Does your lab want a swimming pool? Does your Maine Coon want that window in the sun? How much space do your horses need? Maybe you're shopping for future chickens or a mini cow. Whatever you or your pet's home buying needs are, Whitney Delcourt at Lake Country Lifestyle Real Estate is ready to help you find it. Call Whitney today at 214-724-1607 or visit her website at lakecountrylifestyle.com.
Hey Bearcat fans, you're probably asking yourself right now, don't I know that voice? Yes, it's Terry Slay, the voice of the Pilot Point Bearcats, and have been for over 35 years. But more importantly, the Slay family has been serving the communities of Lake Ray Roberts in the funeral business. If you find yourself in need of a funeral home, please call us at Slay Memorial Funeral Center, and we'd be honored to take care of your family.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with a mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 Jakes Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Bill Bearcats.
Are you ready to buy a home? Call Chase Pearson at Supreme Lending. Fast closings, expert advice, and personal service that will make the mortgage process easy. Whether you're buying or refinancing, Chase gets it done. Call him today at 972-559-0952.
Ready for a smile that you truly love? At Pilot Point Dentistry, we provide friendly, personalized care for the whole family, right here in Pilot Point. Come join our dental family and experience expert care with a personal touch. Call us today at 940-666-2201.
Serving Pilot Point since 1878, the Post-Signal is your trusted source for hometown news. From local sports and school events to community milestones, we cover what matters most. Stay connected and subscribe today at postsignal.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shannon Fuller, proud superintendent of Pilot Point ISD. Here in Bearcat Country, tradition meets excellence. From strong academics to athletics and award-winning ag programs, we're building tomorrow's leaders. Every student matters, and every game is a chance to show our pride. Thanks for supporting Pilot Point ISD. Enjoy the game, and let's go Bearcats!
Hey Pilot Point, it's Chance Kirby with Direct Real Estate. I know in this market you need accurate local information to help you make wise decisions for you and your family. That's why I created the Lake Ray Roberts Real Estate Report. It provides you valuable insight specifically focused on our market. This is not a generic DFW-wide report that none of you can use. It's actual, local, timely information that you need. Please scan the QR code to subscribe. Now let's get you back to the game.
Get it on first down! Caden David! Is he going to take it all the way? Hunter Newman's going to take this one to the house! Touchdown! Tackle. He's going to break one and get in the end zone. No Warrior stopping on that one. He absolutely ran through. Let's see number 64. David Kimball says it's not too late to add on. Great finish to a great run. We are live. Good evening, Bearcat fans. This is a special playoff edition of the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show on PilotPointBearcats.com. I'm Ryan Menard. In the booth with me tonight is Chris Nortman. The Bearcats wrapped up the 2025 regular season with an impressive 8-2 record and finished in second place in District 6-3A with a district record of 5-1. We saw an impressive leap forward from the Bearcats this year in year two under Coach Worrell.
Yeah, Coach Worrell's got this Bearcat freight train turned around, headed in the right direction, full steam ahead. Definitely an impressive turnaround from the 0-9 a couple years ago, 8-2 this year. We're in for an exciting Thursday night playoff game here tonight against the Kalachi-Eaton West Trojans.
Hopefully they had a few of those before the game, might slow them down some. The Bearcats will be rewarded with their efforts and with an appearance in the bi-district round of the Texas State playoffs. We're here at Herman Clark Stadium in Fort Worth, Texas, taking on the third-place finisher of the District 5-3A, like you just said, the West Trojans. Walk us through West in regards to their record and how their district's pretty tough.
Yeah, Ryan, a lot of times in your first-round matchups, you tend to kind of get some lopsided games where even when you have a second seed finisher versus a third-round finisher. But we're not in for an easy game at all tonight in this first round. These West Trojans, they're a very talented team. They're well-coached, and they'll be a formidable opponent for the Bearcats. They finished 7-3 on the season, and those 3 losses came against top 25 ranked teams.
Tonight's by-district game will be Pilot Point's 39th appearance in the Texas State football playoffs. Pilot Point's record in the first round so far is 25-13. They're 5-5 over the last 10, but Pilot Point's no stranger to these games, and neither are we. Between you and I, we started 9 playoff games between the two of us. The most playoff experience anyone on this Bearcat team has those 2 games they played last year, but there are guys on the team tonight making their first playoff appearance. Walk me through what it was like for you in your first playoff game, and walk me through how that experience changes every time you add a game to your experience.
Yeah, there's not much you can really do in a regular season to kind of get a team prepared for playoff games besides maybe some tough district matchups. There's going to be a lot of nerves, a lot of jitters to get this game kicked off. My senior year, we played Boyd in the first round at Justin Northwest, and I remember that was kind of the biggest stadium that we had ever played in for that season at least. And I remember the crowd noise was a major factor for us. It was almost like a real big bowl, and we had some issues with the cadence and the snap to start the game, and we had some false starts, some untimely penalties, and we had some tense conversations and some yelling in the halftime, just trying to get that dialed in, and luckily we were able to get it turned around. But yeah, that first round matchup's always full of nerves.
I remember I was part of that same game there with you, and I remember not feeling like I was that nervous. And then you get on the field before the game and you feel this is different. The energy level's a little different. The focus level's a little different. And then, when the first snap's ready to go, and in that particular stadium, unlike this one, they're right on the field. So both teams are going to get the advantage of an 8-lane track, giving some distance between the fans and the field, unlike what we had where it was just a totally different experience with everybody right there and not really knowing what to expect because none of us had done that before. But that was a game we got behind, was back and forth throughout the game. It settled in. It was a roller coaster, and it didn't really become much less of a roller coaster throughout the playoffs when we made a deep run that year. But tell me what your memory was on how, as players, we were able to settle in and start dealing with that pressure better and then just getting to start playing our football.
Yeah, we really kind of honed into being able to handle adversity, especially off of that first game. I believe we got down by 9 minutes to go. We were able to rebound, win that game, went into our next game. We ended up stripping the ball late in the fourth quarter to seal that victory. And it just, as you built on each game, you knew that your team was well equipped to handle any kind of adversity or any toughness of the matchup. Through 4 quarters, we were a well-balanced team, and just whatever was thrown at us, we were able to respond to.
You learn a lot about yourself in those early playoff games because that is something that as you grow in your playoff experience and you start understanding what you're actually capable of, the roller coaster that some of these games can play. We've seen games where the underdog comes out and jumps on the favorite. We've obviously seen plenty of games where the favorite comes out hot and heavy and puts points up on the board. But these games can be a roller coaster early, and it's really about who can overcome that early wave of jitters, nerves, adrenaline, all that. And if it's still a game in the second quarter, that's when you'll see both these teams start to settle in, and we'll get to see maybe if it's still close at that point. Either way, you're going to get to see a competitive football game the rest of the way where both teams are settled in and the nerves aren't as big of a deal. But you're listening to the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show, and now we're going to skip straight to segment 2 where we're going to talk about West. Our first look at the West Trojans. They enter the playoffs with a 7-3 record and a 3-2 record in District 5-3A and finished third in that district, which is a very tough district. We've been looking at that throughout the year. Whitney was a district champion. Grandview finished second. And West, who's a very good football team, finished third in that tough district. And at first, when we dove into the numbers for this, Chris, we saw teams with a winning record, when they played West, those teams were 3-0. So West did not beat a team with a winning record all year, and West allowed 41.5 points in those games. And teams with a losing record, West was 7-0 against. Those 7 wins came against teams with a combined record of 16-54. So we kind of thought maybe this team was beating up on the bad teams, losing to good teams. We talked to Coach Worrell this week. He painted a much different picture.
Yeah, we had kind of did a phone call there with Coach Worrell on Wednesday, and Ryan, you and I were talking a little bit before that, and exactly what you just said. The numbers kind of jumped out to us of just like, I don't know if this is a tough opponent just because they haven't beat any good teams. They've beaten up on the bad teams, but haven't really beaten up on the good teams. And Coach Worrell corrected us real quick on that phone call because that's kind of what we led with. And he assured us this is a really good football team and not to be fooled by their record. This team's going to be well coached. Their coach, he's a hometown kid. He's been on that sidelines for 20 years. I think Coach Worrell said he was a position coach, a D coordinator, and then became a head coach. And he's got this program going in the right direction. Coach Worrell really likes this guy, and you can see his program is set the way he likes it. They're going to be very sound. They're going to play physical, and this team reminds me a lot of the Pottsboro, and that's kind of what Coach Worrell had told us. They've got a lot of very good skill positions, and they're massive in the trenches.
Well, that is what I was going to talk about first. West is led by 2 major factors, the first of which is they are massive up front. We've been the undersized team in most every matchup this season, but not like this. The size starts with the tackles for the West Trojans. Aiden Poteet, who is 6'7", 280 pounds, and as if that's not enough, the other tackle, Hayden McCabe, is 6'5", around 280 as well. The guards, the interior linemen, are in the 250 range. They are some big boys, and they play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, we're going to have to try to control those trenches, and it's going to be a tough matchup for all 4 quarters here, Ryan. And I'm hoping, we've been the undersized team all year, and that's never really deterred this team. It's almost been kind of a challenge and a badge of honor to go up against these bigger guys. And, with us being a little bit smaller, a little bit leaner, maybe we can beat them up on the speed side of it and not let these big uglies get a hold of us.
The second major factor that leads the West Trojans is a very versatile, athletic quarterback, number 2, junior quarterback Dub Crane. Coach Worrell said Dub reminds him very much of the Pottsboro quarterback, Caden Humphrey. Dub's a good runner, great distributor of the football. West is close to 50-50 split balanced offense as you can get. They run out of the spread, and Coach said Dub is completing around 78% of his passes. Part of that sky-high completion percentage is distributing the ball to 4 different receivers.
Yeah, I couldn't find many stats on Max Preps or anything like that to kind of see who their best receivers were. But from what Coach Worrell told us, number 6 is probably his leading target and has the most receiving yards on the season. But he does a great job facilitating the ball around to all 4 different receivers. And it's going to be one of the big differences tonight that versus last week, where we were able to key on the one SIP guy, the D1 recruit that we talked about a lot last week. We were able to focus on him. This week, we're not going to be able to key on just one individual. They've got a lot of great skill position players.
Going back to just like how Pottsboro ran their passing game, like to run screens, timing routes on the curls. The Bearcats are going to have to stay disciplined on that, not let anybody get behind them. Defensively, West runs the 3-3 stack, 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 members of the secondary. But Coach Worrell anticipates with their volume of runs and their power offense, he expects to see 3 of the outside linebackers for West move up closer to the line of scrimmage, make it look almost more like 5 men on the line of scrimmage, leaving just one linebacker, a couple secondary members there to clean up. But that defensive line is anchored by their 2 big tackles on offense playing on defense as well.
Ryan, with this offensive line and the kind of the way this team runs is we're not really trying to blow anybody off the ball. It's more of a gap assignment, covering your guy in a more of position kind of spot versus knocking them off the ball. And the Bearcats have done a great job with that all year. And hopefully we can do that tonight with these big boys and maybe just get in the right position, be able to get them out of their gap in their assignments, because it's going to be pivotal that we can run between the tackles with these linebackers creeping up to the edges.
We're getting ready for the coin flip here. Captains for the Bearcats, 13, Garrett Evans. Number 52, Julia Almonger. Number 2, Ashton Williamson. And number 18, Caden David. Captains for the Trojans, number 1, Ledger Nardell. That's the one we were able to see on the walk-up. Looks like number 24, the kicker, Bryce Cunningham. Number 76, TJ Adam. And number 52, their big boy Aiden Poteet.
He stands out, doesn't he, Ryan?
Yeah, he's a head and shoulders above everybody else out there. Both teams in support of their captains coming out to the numbers and waiting the coin flip. We're quite a ways up here tonight, so going to really test out the vision tonight to see everything we need to see, bring you guys the right call. Pilot Point has won the toss and has elected to defer. So we're going to go to a quick break. We're going to come back, and we'll bring you the weather, the teams the looks are sporting tonight, and we'll get you ready for some playoff football here in Fort Worth, where the Bearcats are going to take on the West Trojans.
With over 150 years' experience, Chapin Title and Pilot Point is here to help you. When buying or selling your next property, tell your realtor that you want to use Chapin Title for the experience they have and the convenience of being located right here in Pilot Point. You do have a choice, and that choice should be Chapin Title in Pilot Point.
Hey there, Bearcat fans. While the Bearcats are headed toward the goal line every weekend, Raceway Ministries is at speedways all across the country, serving and sharing the good news of God's hope in Christ. Want to know more? Head over to racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats football season. Open your free e-checking account. No monthly service charge, no minimal balance. Just enroll in e-statements and show your Bearcat pride with the custom Point Bank school logo debit card. Visit pointbank.com to learn more. Point Bank, it's not just banking, it's point banking. Member FDIC.
Nick's Italian Restaurant in Pilot Point serves authentic New York-style pizza, fresh pastas, and other Italian favorites, all based on his family recipes from Queens, New York. Nick will always treat you like family, whether you dine in, take out, or cater. Taste the tradition and feel the hospitality at Nick's Italian in Pilot Point.
Is your AC struggling to keep up with the Texas heat? Call Capital Mechanical in Pilot Point. From fast, reliable repairs to brand new installations, their licensed pros keep your home cool and comfortable. Trusted since 2001. Capital Mechanical does it right the first time. Call 940-440-1100 today.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating and cooling unit? Power Air can handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Power Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing a full consultation so you can choose the system that's right for you, your home, and your business. Call today at 817-487-2286 to schedule your service now. That's Power Air, 817-487-2286.
And we're back here in Fort Worth getting ready to kick off this bi-district playoff game where the Bearcats are going to kick off to the West Trojans to get started. Let's go to Nordy over here with a check of the weather and what the uniforms are for both teams tonight.
Yeah, we got some great weather here tonight, Ryan. We got a little bit of breeze coming out of the south end, 72 degrees. Feels great outside. Feels great in this press box. West is going to be sporting the white pants, white jerseys, and they're going to have their W&T for their West logo on their helmet, black helmets. Pilot Point's going to be rocking out with the orange pants, black jerseys, and their traditional white helmets with the numbers on each side.
Coach Worrell talked about maybe busting the black helmets out at some point earlier in the year when we talked to him, which I know is an old school Pilot Point tradition. But those black helmets are kind of a bit of an older model helmet, and the kids don't seem to like them. I think they're a bit heavier. So they're going with what they're comfortable with, and they're going to rock the white helmets. This is a clean look they've had all year. Anthony Torres has it teed up. The ball falls off the tee, so he's going to reset it up. And we're going to get ready to get started here. West Trojans have two men back to return deep. One's got his heels on the 5. The other one's walking around at about the 6 or 7 yard line. And we'll see what Coach Worrell wants to do with this early kickoff. We know Anthony Torres has a leg.
Yeah, a little bit of a different formation. We're normally used to seeing some people up a little bit closer to the line.
It's going to be a good deep kick fielded at the 10. He's going to try to get up the hash marks, reverse and field to the Pilot Point sideline. And it's going to be a great tackle there by the Bearcats. Good coverage there on the kicking team.
Yeah, definitely a swarm of Bearcats be able to bring the West Trojans down there, Ryan.
Number 12, David Pickrell on that coverage, getting the West Trojans down just across the 20-yard line. So West is going to get their opening possession of this playoff game back. I want to wait until they get it officially spotted. Looks like they're going to spot it around the 21-yard line of the Trojans.
Man, they didn't bring the number marker on the change on the far side. We're going to have to kind of guess on these yard line distances here, Ryan.
Oh, they're real small chains over there. It's hard to see. They kind of blend in. But West is going to line up 2 running backs in the backfield next to Dub Crane, 2 receivers right, 1 split out at the top. And it's going to be just a counter. The Bearcats get in the backfield immediately and make a big tackle for loss. Looks like number 6, Jason Rangel, makes the opening tackle in the backfield for the Bearcats.
Yeah, Caden David there as well. Great defensive play there by the Bearcats to start this game off.
West is going quick here. Same formation, 2 backs, 2 receivers right, motion back right to left, and they're going to throw a swing pass out that way with a blocker. He's going to pick up some yardage out across the 27 before he's knocked out of bounds. Number 27, Aiden Rideout on the reception. He was a running back coming out of the backfield. Want to remind everybody tonight in the chat, this is audio only via UIL's rules. They have a contract with NFHS, and we don't, but not every game is brought to you by those guys at NHSF, and this might not be one of them, but we're going to be with you every playoff game, audio only. And here we are, 3rd down early. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, 1 running back next to Dub Crane, and there is an early whistle. Snap rolled back. It's going to be a timeout for the Bearcats, but it's going to set up. We're going to be 3rd and 5 here. We're going to get 1 commercial and come back for this 3rd and 5.
This is James Floyd, owner of Custom Roofing and Construction. We have been helping folks in the Pilot Point area for over 15 years with over 140 projects to date. We are a local company, family owned and operated. If you are unsure of your current roof condition, just reach out to us for a free inspection. And go Bearcats!
Here at Sideline to Sideline, we love to talk 3A football.
Pottsboro, then Pilot Point, but Pilot Point might make it. Chad's been up there. Now this is his, 2nd year. They could slip into the 2nd or 3rd spot.
Hey, they upset Mahay in the first round of the playoffs last year. We also talk 4A and 2A. So check us out each and every week, Sideline to Sideline.
And we're back here getting ready for this 3rd and 5 on the opening drive of the game. The line to gain would be the 29-yard line, or the 31-yard line of the Trojans here on 3rd and 5. 2 running backs next to Dub Crane, 2 receivers left, 1 running back motion out of the backfield. Now we have an even formation, more motion. It's a pass. It looks like a fade right from the inside slot out to the numbers, falls incomplete. Going to set up an early 4th down, and West has already sent the punt team out. Lots of motion before that play, Chris.
Yeah, they're trying to see what coverage the Bearcats are in. Looks like we are in man coverage. We were prepared for that. Bearcat coverage team was right on his hip, ready for that play. Great opening possession there for the Bearcats to get an early 3 and out and get the ball in this mighty Bearcat offense.
Bearcats have started most of their games hot and heavy on the offensive side of the ball, and the West Trojans have a balanced, even punt formation. The snap is good, and the kick is down the field, and we're getting a fair catch signal, but it's going to hit the ground and bounce, and it's going to take a Trojan bounce, and, they're going to say it hit basically immediately. So when the Bearcats get the ball here, so they start their first possession of the game, they're going to get it at their own 37. We'll get 1 commercial and come back for the Bearcat Drive.
Life is full of steps. We learn to take small steps and big steps. We take steps toward adventure, to keep growing. Steps to build a future, to discover what's next. This is banking at its best. This is banking forward.
The Bearcats break the huddle for their first play, and it's just a quick quarterback sneak up the middle. I think they were trying to set a tone up front, and I don't think they got the message across that they thought they might.
Yeah, big number 51 and 52 are the kind of interior linemen there, and they are some big boys up there. We're going to struggle with them all night, I believe, but we tried to set the tone, and I don't know. Didn't work too well there.
Look, I think Coach Worrell just wanted his offensive linemen to come off and feel those boys before they start getting into the offense. Pilot Point has not had a problem scoring touchdowns early. In some of their tougher games, it's been sustaining the offense. They take the snap, and it's a power to Josh Chumley. He's going to be contacted out across almost to the 40, up to the 39, so only 3 yards on that first down carry. It's going to set up a 3rd and 7 here for the Bearcats.
Big early 3rd down and distance here, Ryan. We don't tend to like to throw the ball necessarily, so it's going to be an interesting decision here by the Bearcats of what they want to roll out here.
3rd and 7, the line to gain would be the Bearcats' own 47-yard line. We'll see what they want to do here. Both teams trying to get a 3 and out to start the game. Splitting Luke Connor way out left. Wingbacks on each side, motion left, right to left. Hunter Newman's going to try to get the edge. He's going to turn it up, gets a block, breaks the tackle, and he's going to get right at the line to gain. And where they've marked it's going to be a Pilot Point first down here on their opening drive of this playoff game.
Ryan, one of the things I noticed pre-snap there, maybe the West Trojans have been watching some film, and that formation the Bearcats do like to run their sweep to the edge. Number one, their safety came down hot and heavy to be able to set the edge. Luckily, the Bearcat was able there to set the tone, block him, and allow Hunter Newman to catch the edge and get that first down.
I want to get to more about that jet sweep action in a second, but snap, it's going to be a power to Chumley. Chumley's going to find some space. He's going to break a tackle, step out the left side, across the 40, across the 30, deep inside West territory. It's going to get pushed out inside the 20-yard line. Big play for the Bearcats, setting up 1st and 10 from the West Trojan 18-yard line.
Man, what a great tone setter right there. We didn't like that opening play, but we sure do like that one there, Ryan. The right side of the offensive line got a great push. The backside was able to seal the edge off. And Chumley was able to find a backdoor lane and sneak it out for a big gain.
Boy, I think we ran that power play about 75% of snaps last week, and we went to it a couple times here early, and we're going to go sweep to Caden David around the right side. He's going to get a block, and he's going to be contacted, but he's not going to go down till he gets to about the 10-yard line. Going to set up a 2nd and 2.
Man, he is quick to catch that edge there. I don't know if West was ready for that one, Ryan.
Yeah, one thing I want to bring up I didn't think about before a few plays ago, with the big defensive lineman for West, one thing that's been an Achilles heel for the Bearcats when the defenses stop them is when the defensive end sets the edge and there's good flow from the defense, really has stopped the Bearcats offense. That's what we haven't seen here in a few plays is the flow from the defensive tackles. We're running a power play, and this time we can't get out of the grip of big number 52, Aiden Poteet, but that was a between the tackles run.
Yeah, similar to that big 29-yard run from Chumley earlier. We just weren't able to seal the backside. We had a lane there. He had some yards to gain, but big number 52 on the backside was able to get through a gap and slow Chumley down. 2nd and 2 is turned to 3rd and 4. I would like to see us try to make the West Trojans defensive tackles run sideline to sideline, wear them out, see how that's going to handle throughout the game. But here we go, 3rd and 4 for the Bearcats. It's going to be a pitch left. Caden David, he's going to get across the 10, down to the 8, which is the line to gain. Depending on the spot, the Bearcats may have another first down. Looks like they do, Ryan.
They have not signaled totally yet. Now they have it. It will be 1st and goal from the 8. 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. This is the Bearcats' first drive, and after their defense forced a 3-and-out to start the game, they're threatening here on their first drive of the game.
They are really mixing it up here, hitting on the left, hitting on the right, hitting up the middle. The West Trojans really don't have a great idea where we're going to run the ball at, and we're hitting them right in the mouth.
When you don't have a balance in the run and pass, that's a good way to try to keep the defense off balance. And this is going to be the power to Josh Chumley, and he's going to be contacted just north of the line of scrimmage, maybe a half yard. But, yeah, as I was saying, we don't have balance in the pass and the run. So what we have to do to keep the defense off balance is run sideline to sideline, run up the middle, maybe some fake handoff one way, go another, bootleg passes.
Yeah, we don't really. I mean, we don't really have a favorite side of the ball to run on. You know, a lot of times you try to run to the right towards your stronger side or the left your stronger side. These Bearcats mix it up and they'll go whatever direction they feel like on each play.
2nd goal from 8, and it's a pitch left. That's Dravion James' play. He's going to get out of one tackle, get down to about the 2.5, 3-yard line. That's a play they love to run with Dravion James, where all of the tendencies show they're going to run a pitch play, like a sweep, and they actually pitch it to James going out the backside, kind of a quick hitter.
Yeah, that's tough with Caden David there jumping out quick to the right. If your linebackers are not disciplined and see where that goes, you're going to be caught off guard, and it worked out for the Bearcats in a big game there.
3rd and goal from the Bearcats inside the 3-yard line. 2 plays to score for the Bearcats here. Garrett Evans under center, takes the snap. It's going to be a pitch out, and that looks like it might have been Dravion James again on the same play, the opposite side. And the Trojans got a good job of getting their arms around the ball carrier there and bring him down. And the Bearcats are going to send the field goal unit out here early.
Early decision here by Coach Worrell, trying to take the points here versus going for it. I do think that this would have been a 4th down play if we had got a positive gain there, but I like the decision to kick it here.
Yeah, even a no gain, but the 3-yard loss to a team that we don't throw the ball well, and especially when the field's condensed. We have a good kicker in Anthony Torres. Now, we do know Anthony Torres struggles kicking early.
For sure.
So we'll see what happens here on the right hash. It's going to be a 23-yarder. Snap, hold, the kick is up. It's long enough, and it is through. 6:14 left in the first quarter here in Fort Worth. Pilot Point 3, West 0.
You work hard every day to provide for yourself and your family. Why not let someone else help you out every now and then? As your local Texas Farm Bureau insurance agency, that's why we're here, for peace of mind and to help you protect what matters most to you. Call Denton County Farm Bureau Insurance at 940-387-8572 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can protect what matters. Life insurance products underwritten by Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
For nearly 50 years, Mark's Body Shop has provided auto body repair to North Texas. They offer hail, dent, auto collision, and other services right here in Pilot Point. You can count on their certified technicians for complete collision repairs to make your vehicle look just like new. Need auto body service? Visit them at 1112 North Highway 377 in Pilot Point or call 940-686-5194 for a free same-day quote.
And we're back here after the Bearcats take a 3-0 lead. Anthony Torres has it teed up to kick again. The last one was caught at the 10-yard line. Let's see him boot it deep again. That is what he's doing. He's getting it to the west sideline. This one's fielded at the 5. Bearcat coverage team getting down the field, have a chance to make a tackle. And they couldn't make the first one, but they're going to spin the man out about the 27-yard line where West is going to take over for their second possession. I want to remind everyone that we are audio only tonight. That is not because we don't want to bring you a video of the game. It is the UIL will not let us. They have the rights to this that they sold to NHFS or NFHS or whatever they are for the playoffs. Now, whether that company decides to come here and put the game and stream the game or not, that's on them. But whether they do or not, the UIL does not allow us to. So it is not our decision, but we are allowed to be here, bring you audio. So Nordy and I are here, and then we're going to do the best we can doing that.
Some might say, fortunately, you get to see an inside look at us tonight.
I don't know how many would say that, but Tripp's right for the Trojans. It's going to be a quarterback draw, and Martinez had a chance immediately to bring him down, and he couldn't. But it looks like Carter Locke, the second man through, maybe Jason Rangel with some help, bring him down at the line of scrimmage or behind it for another negative play for the Bearcat defense on first down.
We talked in the pregame show about the trenches being the biggest part of the game, and the Bearcats have done a great job with their speed up front so far.
Trips right again, and they're going to throw a screen pass out there to number 6. Good blocking by the first man. Now the Bearcats got a tackle in space, which they do out across the 30. Number 6, Kai Cook on the reception there. That is who Coach Worrell pointed us. If they had one receiver they preferred to get the ball to, it is Kai Cook.
Yeah, it's interesting what the West Trojans are doing here. They're not having great success early in between the tackles, and they're liking to throw these bubble screens. It's been about a 5-yard gain each time so far, so it'll be an interesting third down decision here for the Trojans and what they do here.
Trips left, 3rd and 5. Line to game will be the 37-yard line. Take the snap, roll that left. It's a draw coming out the backside. First Bearcat defender gets his hands on him, but couldn't bring him down. But there's a flag behind the play. But number 5, Marion Perez, is going to bring this carry all the way down to the 16. But there's Longer on the field. And let me tell you, 9 times out of 10 where this flag is laying, it's going to be a hold.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Bearcats caught a break there with the hold in the interiors from the interior lineman of the Trojans and didn't allow the 60-yard gain there.
Bearcats catch a break on that 3rd and 5. It is a hold on the West Trojans. And just in case the referees were unsure, Coach Worrell was letting them know, Martin, take them back. So a big run on 3rd and 5 is going to turn into a 10-yard loss and on a hold and set up 3rd and 15 for the West Trojans. And we might see the West Trojans make their first attempt to throw the ball down the field.
Yeah, Bearcat secondary is going to have to be ready for this 3rd and long here. But one thing I do like, Coach Worrell has been animated on the sideline the past few weeks, and I like it. He is giving the referee an earful, and it worked in our favor this time.
Rounding into playoff form himself. Trips left, running back and wide receiver also to Dub Crane's right. Hard count, Bearcats don't jump, which is a problem they've had. Now they're getting after the passer. Pressure from Caden David. The ball is out, and it falls to the ground. Incomplete. We're going to get another 3 and out from the West Trojans, and I imagine on this 3rd and 15 and deep in their own territory, we're going to get a punt.
Yeah, twice now on 3rd down.
Hold on. Personal foul, roughing the passer. I didn't see Caden David hit him.
Yeah, I thought he pulled up. I did not see him hit him. Now, I did look away to see the ball being thrown, but I know he was right there, but
I saw Caden David coming around and pressuring. I will say this, I didn't see the hit, but if Caden David did actually hit him, it was roughing the passer because I saw when the ball was let go by Dub Crane, he was still a couple steps away for sure. So West bails out the Bearcats on the hold on the huge run, and the Bearcats return the favor on third down, giving the West Trojans their first down via penalty. And now it's another drop back by Dub Crane. And he's going to throw the ball down the seam, and Kai Cook goes up and gets it. Between 3 defenders in the area, he just goes up and gets the ball for another good game for the Trojans and a first down.
Yeah, we talked during the pregame show about this being a pretty elite quarterback with the passing game, and he was able to thread the seam there and get it between 3 defenders.
Trips left, ball in the middle of the field. It's going to be a quarterback run up the middle, and Dub Crane's going to get positive yardage out across the 35, down to the Bearcat 34, and that's going to set up a second and about 3 for the Trojans.
The Trojans are running with the momentum here and going pretty quick. They called that play before the chains were even set.
Trips left formation, motion left to right, and they're going to fake the jet sweep and hand it to the running back out the other side. 27 hurdle, broken tackle. We can't arm tackle him, and he's going to get into the end zone. Aiden right out, hurdles a man at the line of scrimmage, runs through an arm tackle, and gets the Trojans in the end zone after they were bailed out on that roughing the passer on the incomplete play, a pass on 3rd and 15.
Man, early penalties will hurt a team, and that's what it just did to the Bearcats. That's unfortunate.
That's what Coach Worrell said. One thing in the sideline to sideline coaches show, Pilot Point coaches show. What's one thing you need to improve on in the playoffs if you want to see a run? It's the unforced error and the untimely penalties, and it's going to cost the Bearcats 7 on this one. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. The West Trojans take the lead 7-3 over the Bearcats.
For over 40 years, Chandler Cabinets has been crafting top-quality cabinets with unmatched craftsmanship and innovation. From concept to completion, their award-winning designs bring style and function to every space. Experience excellence built to last. Visit ChandlerCabinets.net or find them on Facebook. Chandler Cabinets, over 40 years of excellence.
Looking for the perfect lawn without the hassle? Perfect Turf has you covered. From expert weed control and premium fertilization to full sod installation and artificial turf that looks lush year-round. We bring the green, so you don't have to. Visit PerfectTurfTX.com for more information.
After the good PAT, the West kicker goes down and trying to get off the field under his own power, but they did have to come out and tend to him. So I imagine if he's their kickoff guy, he's not going to be on this play because he had to be tended to injury.
Yeah, field position is going to be a key in this game as well, Ryan. And if your kicker goes down, it could be an interesting decision. They might lean towards kind of a squib kick onside. Maybe they don't, or maybe they have a backup kicker that can boot it deep. We'll see. See what adjustments the West Trojans are able to make here.
Yeah, interesting to see what they decide if their kicker was going to have to miss this kickoff. But I want to shout out everybody listening to us tonight. Thanks for being here on a Thursday night edition of Pilot Point Bearcats Playoff Football. West Trojans catch a break on the penalty on 3rd and 15 where they threw the incomplete pass. Got them an automatic first down. 2 plays later, they find the end zone and take the lead.
Yeah, unfortunate penalty that the Bearcats caused there ended up costing them 7 points.
Get a number on this kicker, but he doesn't scream kicker build to me. Whoever's teeing this ball up.
I think that's number 52.
That is not Aiden Poteet. It cannot possibly
that kid's
be.
Big.
He's a big kid, but it's not. Surely it's not. It's taking a long time to tee it up.
That's number 51 there,
51,
Ryan.
51, Hayden McCabe, who he's the little guy compared to the tackles. He's only 6'5", 280.
Not 6'7".
Not 6'7", 285. So they got the little guy out there kicking off here.
Lineman can kick too, all right, Ryan?
Oh, you don't have to tell me I know. I was the designated scout team onside kicker. And back in my day, anytime we needed to practice onside kicks, that was my job. Coach Best let me run out there and get my foot on the ball.
I don't remember that at all, but okay, I'll believe you, Ryan.
You're older than me, Chris. You went there all the time.
Yeah. I did get to witness you kick an extra point unsuccessfully.
Wide right, but hey, can't all be good at everything. It wouldn't be fair to everyone else. Taking a little bit of time here to kick this one off. 2 Bearcats deep to receive.
Not sure what we got going on here.
There's an explanation being given to the West coach.
Looks like the Bearcats brought some of the JV kids up. The Bearcats have packed this sideline out from 35 to 35 here.
It is a lot in the program. You know, Coach Worrell at the beginning of the year talked about the program numbers being up. This is a lot of kids out there for the Bearcats. Obviously, like we know, it's the freshmen, the JV, but it's a lot of bodies out there for the Bearcats.
We've talked about this before, Ryan, but I got brought up for a playoff game or just a game. I don't remember exactly what it was, and our D coordinator was looking for a safety on a play, and he grabbed me, was like about to throw me out there, and realized who he grabbed. I had an opportunity to be next to Ed Reed for the Bearcats.
Let's just say that was not your peak athleticism days either.
This is true.
I think you were still wearing the glasses. You hadn't even upgraded to the goggles yet at that point.
This is true as well. Don't knock the goggles.
McCabe has got his arms up. Let's see the leg. And this is just going to be a low, wobbling line drive, fielded at the 15. Bearcats are going to get it up center of the field, up the right hash. Contacted, broke the tackle, gets up to about the 34-yard line. Going to be good starting field position for the Bearcats. Looks like that might have been Drevion James on the return there for the Bearcats.
Yeah, good opening return there, Ryan. Not opening return, I guess good return.
It's our first return of the game. It's the first time West has got to kick off. And the Bearcats are going to take the ball at the right hash. At the 34-yard line. We'll see what the Bearcats, if they can answer that West touchdown after thinking they got off the field on a third down stop. I want to get those linemen moving sideline to sideline if I'm Coach Worrell here.
Yeah, I like that sweep play with Hunter Newman. We only ran it one time on the last possession, so I would like to see us open with that, but not in that formation.
No, single back formation, 2 receivers and a wing back left. It's going to be a sweep to the offense's left. There's a hole, and we hit it. 40. Woo! We have a chance to break a tackle. 40. 30. Is that Drevion James? He's going to take it all the way. It takes the Bearcats one play to answer. Man, the Bearcats get back on the board.
The West Trojans thought they had momentum, and the Bearcats just snatched it away with that electric run.
One play, 66-yard touchdown for the Bearcats.
You know, we didn't get to talk about this in the pregame show, but the Bearcats like to lean on their horses, but we need these spark plugs. And the Bearcats have so many spark plug and weapons outside of Chumley and David, and Drevion James is one, and he just showed it, Ryan, with that electric run.
Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because even though we can't bring you this game live on the stream, we are recording it. We are going to package highlights throughout the week, and you people are going to want to see that one. Great blocking on the edge by the receivers. Great setting the edge by the wingback, and Drevion James takes it 66 yards to the house. The Bearcat PAT, the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It is good. 4:07 left in the first quarter. Pilot Point 10, West 7.
With over 40 years experience, DC David Construction LLC delivers expert craftsmanship in metal buildings, cement work, remodels, painting, and more. Big or small, every job is done with professionalism and pride. Fully insured and ready to quote. Call 940-390-8656 today.
Hey football fans, this is Laura Bradley, broker owner of SouthernLifeLiving.com, a real estate brokerage located right here in Pilot Point, Texas. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, our firm has several experienced agents to guide you through every step of the process. We want to be your go-to source for all of your real estate needs. Please visit our website at SouthernLifeLiving.com, or you can reach me, Laura, the broker owner, at 940-390-3911.
Well, Nordy, one thing I wanted to talk about on that drive was how the Bearcats are going to handle the adversity of the bailing the Trojans out with the penalty, allowing them to get in the end zone. How are you going to recover from that adversity early in a playoff game, which we talked about pregame? One play, 66 yards. That's how you do it.
Yeah, straight jab to the jaw right there, Ryan. What an electric run there by Drevion James.
The score is 10-7 Bearcats. 4:07 left in the first quarter. And we have it teed up. Good deep kicks from Torres so far. This one's going to travel and be caught.
Right
at the 9, right in the helmet. Bearcats are going to get a chance to make a tackle deep, and they do. They bring the return man down at the 13-yard line after Marion Perez took the kick right to the helmet. Luckily, he was able to, and for him, it fell right back into his hands, and he was able to get upfield a little. But great coverage on all 3 kicks for the Bearcats so far.
Yeah, another tackle on the kickoff for David Pickerel there, but that's one way to get your head in the game, I guess, Ryan.
Yeah. There you go. Good job. Good one. You got that one.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, we're selling merch in the merch store. Absolutely hoodies. Date is still on the line, but I was scolded for offering 5. Only one date this time. First one to buy it gets the date. Trips left for the Trojans. Ball's on the right hash, so the trips is to the wide side of the field. The running back's on the opposite side here. I'd be surprised to see them roll the pocket that way, but we'll see what they decide to do. Motion and out, empty backfield. And it's going to be a quarterback draw. Martinez forces the quarterback, Dub Crane, back in to no real room. He's going to get about a half yard on the carry. And Josh Martinez got up the field, forced Dub Crane in, and he had help there on the tackle.
Yeah, no one told Josh Martinez he was the undersized guy and was going to have a tough time in the trenches because he's been great on a rush tonight.
Drop back. They're going to throw it down the out. They have some space caught. That's Kai Cook again. And he's going to get out across the 30 for a first down. That ball's just floated up there. You know what? You have these big offensive linemen, but I don't think the West is doing – they're not trying to leverage their size because they're really, even in the run game, not allowing these guys to fire off and be super aggressive. Same formation. Trips left. This is going to be a running back carry up the middle and nowhere to go. Tackle in the backfield. This Bearcat run defense is getting after him.
Especially between the tackles. We've done a great job. The only thing we've been vulnerable on is the outside rushing lanes like the touchdown run we've seen earlier, but great job in between the tackles so far for the Bearcats.
Yes, sir. Trips left, running back left. Look for them to maybe move the pocket that way. They are. Pass. Cade David coming off the edge, and this time he lightened up. And it's intercepted! Bearcats forced the turnover. I think that's Lane F. Number 7 declaring a no-fly zone on the Trojan sideline, and the Bearcats take the ball over in West Trojan territory.
Man, great play all around there by the Bearcats, especially Caden David pulling up after the penalty on the last possession. And Lane F., what a great catch on the sideline there. Get the toe drag swag going.
You know, Dub Crane felt the pressure for sure, and maybe he remembered that, hey, I threw the ball, but that kid still hit me last time. Maybe that had something to do with the inaccurate throw. There was a receiver there, not with a ton of space, but an accurate throw is going to be caught. The ball's over the head. Lane F. goes and gets it, and he forces turnover number 1 for the Bearcat defense tonight.
We didn't get the chance to talk about it in the pregame show, but your stat comment you like to ask me to if I'd seen the stat sheet at the end of the game, penalties and turnovers was going to be my answer this week. And there's a penalty for the Bearcats. Not what we need.
Really aggressive. It looked like that might have been the point of attack. It looked like Hunter Newman was going to get the jet sweep around that edge. But instead, the Bearcats are going to back it up 5. Coach Worrell does like to run. I've noticed this year, tendency. If he runs a play and it gets called for a penalty like this pre-snap, even if it's clear what they were going to run, he's generally ran it again. I did see a new receiver run in. Maybe they will go against that tendency here.
Yeah, it looks like we're in our jet.
Well, they've changed formation, but it's the same. They ran the same play out of a different formation, and we're going to get it up the field, out across the 50. We're going to get 4 of the 5 yards we lost back on first down, setting up a 2nd and 11 for the Bearcats.
Yeah, interesting play decision there, or play design. There's not one I don't think we've ran really all year with Chumley running the sweep there.
Different guy running it, but yeah, but we noticed the first play they were going to run the jet sweep, and I said even after a penalty, they normally run the same play. They changed the formation up, but still decided to run the same play. And it netted him 4 yards on it, setting up a 2nd and 11. Need another 4 to 6 yards here to get the Bearcats in 3rd and manageable. Single back formation, pitch right, Chumley. And there's really nowhere to go. Great job from the Trojans. It looks like number 3, Aiden Green, shoots up from the outside linebacker spot and is able to actually bring Chumley down by the shoelaces.
Yeah, not one of the 3rd downs the Bearcats like here, 3rd and long. Well, he was able to grab the ankle there on Chumley and got lucky there bringing him down because if not, he had a lot of green grass or a lot of turf in front of him.
Other playoff scores in the area that concern both these districts. Pottsboro is up on Maypearl 14-7, and Whitney blanking Whitesboro so far 8-0, still in the first quarter there. 3rd and long for the Bearcats. Luke Connor splitting out Way Ride to the Bearcat sideline, and we're rolling out his way. Garrett Evans looking for a man, and he's going to throw a strike to Hunter Newman, a little bit too hot for him. It's through the hands, going to set up a 4th and 14, and I imagine would be a Bearcat punt, but that was a really good dart by Garrett Evans.
That was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball there, rolling out to the left. Great throw, just unable to bring it in.
Newman tried to use the old scoop catch kind of where you have both hands out, pull it to your body instead of getting the hands and making a diamond and bringing it in. Missed opportunity there for on the 3rd and long for the Bearcats. Going to force them into a punt. Some confusion on the field for the Trojans. The Bearcats let them work that out so they make sure they get all their assignments blocked. And this punt is up, and it's a good one. It's going to be fair caught at the 15-yard line. We'll take that. Good field position for the Bearcat defense. 1:32 left in the first quarter. Pilot Point 10, West 7.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
Looking for insurance coverage you can count on? Shannon Stevens and Hutcherson Insurance Group makes protecting what matters simple, be it business coverage, life insurance, home and auto, or group health. He's got you covered with his personalized service and trusted advice. Call Shannon today at 940-395-1181 to get started.
And we're back here with 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line for the West Trojans. Pistol formation, empty backfield now, and it's going to be a quarterback run up the middle, and there's a little bit of space out the Bearcat sideline. He's going to get out across the 20, and it's going to be a real positive gain there for West on first down, which they've had a few negative games early here in first down.
Yeah, good block by number 7, their wide receiver over here, Kobe Patrick, able to set the edge on Hunter Newman and allow his quarterback to get around the edge.
Going quick, balanced spread formation, motion right to left. Looks like another maybe swing pass. They're going to fake that out. No, they are going to throw the swing pass. Hunter Newman's going to have a chance to make a tackle. He wraps him up, gets help from Lane F, and tackled at about the 21. Going to set up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, good
3rd and 3 for the Trojans.
Yeah, great pursuit there by the Bearcats. Going to be a net of 1-yard loss for the Trojans here.
3rd and 3 line to gain would be the Trojans' own 24-yard line. Bearcats have really controlled the run game in most of the game. They've allowed 2 really good runs for the Trojans, both of which ended in the end zone, one of which was called back from the hold, though.
So far on 3rd down, they've kind of ran a wheel route here towards the sideline. It's going to be an interesting decision what Trojans do.
It's going to be a rollout right. Oh, no, it's a screen pass. Bearcats are ready, and because the defender was in good position, Dub Crane had to sail it over Aiden right out ahead, and it's going to set up a 4th down, and it looks like a Trojan punt. I probably would put one return man back and play safe with the other 10 guys here if I'm the Bearcats.
That was a slow developing play, Ryan, and those linemen were 3-4 yards downfield. I'm not sure what exactly the rule is in high school. I know in NFL you can only go 1 yard downfield on a pass play, so I'm not sure what would have happened there.
Unless the receiver who catches it's behind the line of scrimmage. The Bearcats do have one man deep to return. It's a pretty good punt, fair caught, and the Bearcats are going to take over possession at their own 44-yard line when we come back.
Need a mechanic you can trust? Key Auto in Pilot Point delivers honest, expert repairs without the dealership prices. From routine maintenance to tricky fixes, they get right the first time. Locally owned, highly rated, and always fair. Stop by Key Auto today, where your car and your wallet are in good hands. 608 North Washington Street in Pilot Point.
Step into a world of kids' fashion unlike anything found in this area. The Eclectic Boho, located in the red buildings at the intersection of Liberty Road and Highway 377 in Aubrey, Texas, offers fashion for your kiddos from newborn to 14. Be sure to make us, the Eclectic Boho, your first stop for all things kids.
And we're back here with this first down of this new possession for the Bearcats. Everybody set, single back. It's going to be a pitch left. And that's going to be Ashton Williamson who's going to get his first touch tonight. And he's carrying a whole host of Trojans out across the 50. It's a rugby scrum all the way to the 42-yard line. I think that pile got pushed 12 yards.
Who did we say we were the undersized team in this? Because these Bearcats pushed that pile 7 yards downfield, Ryan.
The big bullies are getting bullied here by this tenacious Pilot Point offensive line and defensive line. Both sides we've been getting after it, and that might bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Pilot Point's operating as if they might run a play, but we're at 10 seconds on the game clock.
Coach Worrell's kind of telling them to slow down.
Yeah, Coach Worrell's going to call them over. So we're through one quarter here tonight in Fort Worth, with your Bearcats having a 10-7 lead and on the drive in West Trojan territory.
Looking for reliable insurance coverage? Wood Insurance in Whitesboro has you covered. Whether it's auto, home, business, farm, or RV insurance, their experienced team is there to find the perfect policy for you. With access to many top-rated carriers, they strive to get you the best coverage at the best price. Call today, 903-564-6469. That's 903-564-6469.
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point has served animals in the Pilot Point area for over 30 years. They offer quality, unmatched care for large and small pets, including preventative care, vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point, where pets are family.
And we're back here to start the second quarter with the Bearcats with the ball with just a huge rugby scrum where I think Ashton Williamson was in a pile with a 2-yard gain. And they ended up with like 14 or 15 yards on that gain because all 11 Bearcats were in the pile pushing it up the field. That was a heck of an effort there by the Bearcats.
Definitely going to be one of the highlights for this game.
2 wing backs, motion left to right. It's going to be a jet sweep, and the turf monster gets Trevion James, and he gets tripped up in the backfield, totally untouched for a loss on first down.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the turf monster or maybe just a bad hand exchange there from Garrett Evans. Maybe a little shoe touch in there going on and trips up Trevion James. But either way, that's unfortunate for a 3-yard loss.
So we didn't get to walk the field and feel the turf, but that happened right where the green turf goes into the logo. Sometimes the logo, because of the paint, wears in a different rate than the field, and sometimes a logo like that can be a more coarse texture. I don't know that that's the case there, but it could have been. We're going to come back on the second down with a power, and that looks like it's Chumley. He's going to fall forward to about the 42, but still going to put us at the original line of scrimmage. Going to set up a 3rd and 10 here for the Bearcats.
Yeah, another one where it just got lucky, able to grab a shoelace and bring him down, because if not, he's got a big lane, and that could have been a first down run there for Chumley.
It's going to set up a 3rd and 9 for the Bearcats. Ball's in West Trojan territory, placed at the 42-yard line. The line to gain would be the West Trojan 33-yard line. Ball close to the right hash. 2 receivers to the boundary for the Bearcats. 2 backs behind Evans. It's going to be a straight drop back pass. Now he's rolling out right, looking down the field, throws it, goes up in the air, through the hands, incomplete for the Bearcats.
We got a late flag here. I think we're going to have a roughing the passer on number 76 from West. I think that's going to go in the Bearcats' favor, Ryan.
Really protected the quarterbacks tonight. We'll see what the call is. Personal foul. Roughing the passer on the Trojans. They return the favor for what the Bearcats did on the Trojans' second drive of the game, which they were able to turn into 7. Let's hope the Bearcats can do the same thing.
Yeah, number 76 there, TJ Adam on the late hit, allowing the Bearcats to get a first down here. Looks like we're going to have the ball about the 27-yard line.
That was a pass thrown to by Garrett Evans where the receiver went up in the air, tried to catch the ball above his head in the air, went through the hands, but the Trojans bail out the Bearcats. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line for the Bearcats.
Garrett Evans has got a rocket arm tonight.
He's throwing fastballs. Snap. It's going to be a power to Chumley. Garrett Evans gets out and tries to throw him a lead block. Able to get to the 25-yard line. It's only going to be a gain of 2 on first down for the Bearcats.
Garrett Evans is going to have to ice that shoulder where they're throwing the 95-mile-an-hour fastballs or throwing the shoulder in there to block. Going to be a little sore after this one.
Absolutely. He's a good blocker, shown willingness to do that all season on some of these power plays. Selfless play from the quarterback position in this sort of offense, right? Not getting a whole lot of opportunity to throw the ball, facilitating the handoffs, getting out throwing blocks. Jet sweep action, we're going to hand it. That looks like it might be Trevion James, and he's going to get out across the 20. Going to set up a 3rd and manageable here for the Bearcats. Ball pushed out at the 19-yard line, it looks. Going to set up a 3rd and 2 for the Bearcats.
Great run there. I'm interested to see why we haven't ran that more to Hunter Newman. We've only ran it one time to him so far tonight.
He's been electric on those most of the year, but also the defense, that's what they're keying on. In that formation, they're probably keying and expecting it to go right to left instead of left to right. And that might be why Trevion James got as much space as he did there. 3rd and 2 for the Bearcats. 2 backs behind Garrett Evans. He's going to go to Caden David. Caden David's going to get the first down inside the 15, and the Bearcats keep on moving the chains, picking up lead blocking by Trevion James out of the backfield. Caden David runs angry across the line to gain. First down, Bearcats.
Great job by number 7 there, Lane F. setting the edge there with the crack block from the wide receiver position, coming in motion, shuffling the feet and setting the edge on his block. I get to knock the kid off his cleats.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Right hash for the Bearcats. Lots of room on the left side of the field towards the West Trojan sideline. Nope, 2-back set. Caden David behind Evans. Josh Chumley to his left. And it's going to be a pitch, power, Josh Chumley. He's going to get up and across inside the 15, down to about the 10-yard line where the pile comes down. And it's going to be 4 yards on first down there for the Bearcats.
Kind of interested to see what the numbers will show, Ryan, but the Bearcats have done a great job on first down, getting positive gains. Probably around 3-4 yards, I would imagine. The numbers might be a little skewed with the 29 and 66-yard runs, but great job on first downs, getting ahead of the chains.
141 yards rushing for the Bearcats so far here in the first half. And this is going to be another rush to the right side. Caden David breaks a tackle, spins out, lowers his shoulder, inside the 5. First down, Bearcats. He was contacted at the line of scrimmage and was able to spin his way out, then break a tackle and carry some Trojans down to the 5. And look what I like. Look what we're seeing on the field here. Something a lineman dreams of seeing. That big boy on the other side, hands on the hip, jersey riding up above the belly, taking deep breaths, seeing that chest go in and out. The West Trojans look like they might be getting tired up front here in the second quarter.
Bearcats doing a great job wearing these D linemen out.
Getting a line of scrimmage. 2 running backs, and it's going to be another power. The Trojans get there, and they're not really being aggressive with the first tackler. They're more trying to get arms around them and hope they get flow from the rest of the guys. And they do a good there, and they get no gain on the carry, on the first down carry for the Bearcats.
Yeah, big drive here in the red zone here for the Bearcats. If we can come away with 7, take a 10-point early first half lead, definitely going to have to capitalize here.
If I'm the Bearcats here, I know we've been controlling the line of scrimmage pretty good. I know I'm talking about the heavy breaths, but let's get these boys away from what they're strong at. Let's try to go east and west here, hit the edge, and this is the formation that we run the jet sweep out of. And that's exactly what we do. Handoff, Ashton Williamson, and the linebacker scrapes over the top. Aiden Wright out. He's going to make a big tackle for loss. I was on the same page with the Bearcats there, but it looked like the Trojans linebackers were too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. 27 shot the gap pretty quick. Right out was ready for that play.
If we know what play's coming out of the formation, they have to know what play's coming out of that formation. We seem to only run one play out of that formation, and it's that one. The West Trojans just have to keep discipline to know which way it's going to come out of. But we'll see if the Bearcats turn that play into something misdirection later. But what was first and goal at the 5 is turned to 3rd and goal at the 13 for the Bearcats. I right formation is going to be a rollout right to pass. Evans, eyes downfield. He's going to throw a strike, and the Bearcats just can't seem to haul him in so far here tonight. 0 for 3 on 3 passes that have hit the receivers in the hands.
Yeah, it looks like Stephen Campbell there, unfortunately unable to bring that one in. That would have been an interesting decision because that would have put it 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. I don't know if the Bearcats would have decided to go for it or kick it, but looks like we are going to kick it here with it being 4th and goal from the 8-yard line.
29-yarder right hash for the Bearcats for Anthony Torres. His first field goal was shorter, but it was also right hash. I want to go back to the drop there. That was not just a easy right in the chest. He would have had to make a sliding catch, but it was a catchable ball. This field goal, the snap is down, and the hold was hard for Caden David to get it down. It affected the kick. Wide right. 7:47 left in the second quarter. The Trojans are still staying in this. 10-7 Bearcats.
The Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned and family-run business established in 2003. The Shawn family's experience and exceptional service are unmatched. They carry a large selection of feeds for all animals. While there, visit their retail department and boutique for name-brand clothing, ranch supplies, deer feeders, grills, home decor, and more. Pilot Point Feed, it's more than just a feed store.
Trojans have the ball, trips left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. The Bearcats make a tackle after a short gain for the Trojans. Bearcats have held up in the run game. 2 big plays from the Trojans are why they have the touchdown. 1 was called back to a hold. But if you could take away that 1 big play for the Trojans, which is most of their 59 yards rushing, the Bearcats defense has done an excellent job on the ground game fighting this West Trojan big offensive line. Quarterback draw up the middle. Dub Crane's going to get a few yards, but it's going to set up a 3rd and manageable here for the Trojans. Bearcats have been great on 3rd down tonight.
Yeah, I believe they've only been able to convert, I think, one 3rd down they were able to convert just because of the roughing the passer penalty, but I think other than that, they've been successful on 3rd down.
Well, they're here at the line of scrimmage. Trips left. That's to the wide side of the field. 1 receiver to the boundary, running back to Dub Crane's right. Motion left to right, that's Kai Cook. but they're going to hand it where the motion came from, stiff arm, and the Bearcats are going to ride the running back down across the 30, just enough for the Trojan first down.
Interesting decision there from the Trojans going to the run game on third down. They've tended to lean towards the passing game.
Well, they haven't done well on third down tonight. Maybe that was their version of changing it up. Balanced spread formation from the Trojans. And it's going to be just another quarterback power right up the middle. Dub Crane's going to spin out. And this is what Coach Worrell was telling us in the call. They like to run Dub Crane, and he's a good athlete. That's why when he compared him a lot to Creed Humphrey of Pottsboro, but he made it very clear every time he did that. Caden Humphrey was a better runner, but he respected what Dub Crane brought to the table. Right pistol formation. It's going to be a handoff. No, it's going to be RPO. And it's no! Hunter Newman started planning a celebration that he was going to give in the end zone before he caught it. And it goes through his hands, incomplete, setting up a 3rd and 6. Hunter Newman, who has been a ball hawk this year, I'm telling you, he saw that ball float up there, and he was planning what he was going to do when he got to the end zone.
Man, that would have been a huge turn of events there for the Bearcats.
Trips right. Dub Crane's going to roll to the right. Josh Martinez on the pressure. Josh Martinez gets him. 3rd down sack. Josh Martinez, the big 5-0 on the sack, forcing another Trojan punt.
Man, this defense has came to play tonight for the Bearcats.
Excellent effort from the defensive line, having to face man-to-man these giants from the West Trojans, and they will not go away. They will not leave Dub Crane alone, and the Bearcats are wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout here from the West Trojans.
Well, while we get a timeout here, we want to make sure everyone knows, attention high school football fans, don't miss out on the opportunity to be part of the Texas football history. Mark your calendars for the UIL State Football Championships, December 17th through the 20th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, where the best teams from 6A to 6-man leave it all on the field in the hopes of being named champion. For the latest updates and ticket information, head over to uiltexas.org/football. Again, that's uiltexas.org/football. The Bearcats defense came to play tonight.
Who told them they were undersized, Ryan? Because they are not showing that.
Or maybe that's what they heard all week, and they said, you know what? I'll show you undersized, and I'm gonna go show you what this is all about.
We like this underdog mentality, don't we?
They've embraced it every week. I mean, you might maybe against A+ or maybe against Madison they sized up okay up front, but in every other game they have been majorly undersized. But you wouldn't really know it. They've handled themselves well, all except the first half against Lindsay. They did much better in the second half of that game. The snap is high, but it's caught. The punt is off. Hunter Newman's going to get it, and he muffs it, and he looks like he gets back on it at the Bearcat 31-yard line, maybe trying to make up for that dropped interception there. We'll get a quick 20-second and come back for the Bearcat drive.
At TNMP, we power more than homes and businesses. We power communities. From restoring outages to upgrading infrastructure, our teams work around the clock to keep electricity safe, reliable, and ready. We're your neighbors, we're your power, we are TNMP.
At Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble, we offer something for every child, starting at age 3. Preschool classes to elite tumbling, every class is packed with energy, encouragement, and skill building. Kids tumble, jump, and learn in a safe, exciting environment where
First play for the Bearcats is a sweep right. This is the same play that Javion James took to the house. He picks up a block across the 50. Picks up another. Javion James going to take it all the way. 68 yards. That man is a machine.
Wow, Ryan, what a play. Great job by Luke Connor on the block there on the edge at the wide receiver position, setting the lane. What an electric run there by Javion James.
That sets up the big play. The touchdown is set by the final block picked up at the 20-yard line by Hunter Newman. At the 40. The final block was picked up at the 40. Once again, folks, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're going to want to see these electric highlights from Javion James. It's the same play he went 66 yards on earlier.
Man, this guy came ready tonight.
Early front runner for Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game, and he must have known that was the commercial we just ran. Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game.
Absolutely, Ryan.
The Anthony Torres PAT is up, and it is through. 5:09 left in the first half here in Fort Worth. Pilot Point 17, West 7.
At Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble, we offer something for every child, starting at age 3. Preschool classes to elite tumbling, every class is packed with energy, encouragement, and skill building. Kids tumble, jump, and learn in a safe, exciting environment where all abilities are welcome. Join the gym where confidence is built and every child shines. Your journey starts here at Texas Elite Cheer and Tumble.
Pilot Point, your new hangout is here. Moto and Latte, where coffee meets community. From handcrafted espresso to fresh roasted beans, it's the fuel to your road ahead. Come and see us at 110 East Liberty Street in downtown Pilot Point.
At Hometown Pharmacy, you'll get expert service and quality healthcare products fast. Our friendly team helps you find right solutions and equipment that fit your lifestyle. Call Hometown Pharmacy today at 940-686-0123. Hometown Pharmacy, where care feels like home.
And we're back here after that electric 68-yard touchdown run by Jervion James. It's the exact play that he scored with 66 yards out the last time he got that carry. And boy, another explosive play after a big forced punt for the Bearcats.
He's got 6 carries, 139 yards on the ground, and 2 TDs for the first half, Ryan.
Boy, he was a playoff Jervion, playoff James right there. Anthony Torres has this teed up for the kick.
Ryan, I'd be interested. Are we going to kick this into the wind and maybe a pooch kick? Nope.
Another good boom. This one's going to be fielded at the 15. Going to give West a chance for good field position, good return. Luke Connor has a chance to make the first tackle, and he's able to bring him down in open field. Luke Connor, great tackle. Had assistance coming from number 11, Hastings Fisher, but he was able to get him down all by himself before Hastings got there.
You can tell the special teams is well coached because a lot of times you can see the far man on the end get drawn into the play too often and not be able to stay in his lane. And Luke Connor staying in his lane the whole way and able to make that tackle.
Really disciplined coverage team for the Bearcats. Haven't really let up that many plays in the kicking game to this point this season. You're right, good special teams play by the Bearcats on the mostly clean operations on the field goal. When it's not, they've converted on the fire plays. But most of the time it is clean. West has got 2 receivers split way out wide on the boundary. 2 running backs in the backfield, probably just trying to get those receivers out to clear up space. And it is going to be a running back carry by number 27, who's upended at the 30. Who's that coming from the secondary making the play for the Bearcats? Get a number on that in a minute.
Ashton Williamson. He's been a hard-hitting safety all year for us.
Great run support from the safety position. Going to hold him. That looks like it was Aiden Wright out to just 2 yards on that first down carry. The Bearcats have really held up well on the ground game on first down. Pistol formation, now motion, now 3 running backs behind, and it's going to be a fake pitch to the left, and now looking to throw. Crane's looking to throw, and it's right to a Bearcat, and the Bearcats catch it, but it looks like they're going to be ruled out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Dub Crane playing with fire there. The secondary for the Bearcats was literally forced out by the Trojan receiver who was playing defense.
One thing we talked about a lot last week was with freshman Sip Cooper from Live Oak Cliff. When he scrambles outside the pocket and gets pressure, he just threw the ball away. We thought that was pretty special for a freshman. We're not seeing that here from Dub Crane. He had pressure again from this aggressive D-line for the Bearcats, and he threw it up again and a yard or 2 away from a second interception on the night.
3rd and 8, 2 running backs back with Dub Crane. Might see one of them motion out. We don't. It's going to be a rollout to the right, looking down the field, timing route, curl, high, incomplete. 4th down for the Bearcats defense.
Boy, this is going to be interesting here. Bearcats. Ron, did we get the ball to start the game?
No, we forced Trojans 3 and out.
Oh, that's going to be very interesting. An opportunity to double dip here for the Bearcats. Got plenty of time left on the clock before the end of this half. 4 minutes is plenty of time, especially for Jervion James, only needing it like 7 seconds.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we can do.
Playoff scores that involve both these districts. Pottsboro all over May Pearl, 28-7 in the second. Whitney over Whitesboro 15-7. This is a great punt by the Trojans, and they have a chance to get down there. And luckily, it was taking a West Trojan bounce until it became a Bearcat bounce as it rolled into the end zone. So we come back. The Bearcats will get the ball 1st and 10 from the 20.
Looking for a bank that knows your name and your town? Texas Republic Bank in Pilot Point is your local, community-first banking partner. From personal accounts to small business services, we're proud to be locally owned and fiercely independent, just like you. Come see us on Highway 377 or visit TexasRepublicBank.com. Texas Republic Bank. It's banking like it ought to be.
Champion Equipment is more than just an equipment company. For 25 years, Champion Equipment has served the Pilot Point community with top quality rentals, sales, and service. Led by Champ Walker and his son Michael, they will help you find the right solution for any project. From construction to landscape, Champion offers reliable equipment and expert advice. Locally owned and proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats.
And we're back here 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at their own 20, ball on the right hash. This is their jet sweep formation. And that's the play they run, but pre-snap motion, they were going to Hunter Newman. Interesting, that's the jet sweep formation. They ran the jet sweep into the boundary, the short side of the field. Interesting decision there.
Yeah, you typically want to run that to the wide side, be able to get plenty of extra yards, not have to worry about cutting that play up early.
There's been no flow from the West Trojan defensive linemen on that. Once we break the contain, which the West Trojan defensive ends have done a good job making that break of contain difficult. But the problem is there's not been any flow outside of that. So maybe Coach Worrell was trying to incentivize a quick hitter where he does cut it up quick. But we're going to get out of that after the pre-snap penalty, 1st and 15. Drevion James getting another carry, and this time he goes nowhere, and the charge is led by big Aiden Poteet for the West Trojans. Tackle at the line of scrimmage now, going to set up 2nd and 15 for the Bearcats.
He is not a Poteet feller, that's for sure. It's a big boy up the middle, Ryan.
He is head and shoulders above everybody out there. 3:38 left, 3:58 and counting for the Bearcats with a 10-point lead. And the ball here, 2nd 15, deep in their own territory. This is the jet sweep formation. And they run the fake this time, come right up the middle. We've been waiting for that. Caden David, and I think Blind Squirrel finds a nut. The Trojan defensive lineman was on his way out to the sweep and just happened to run into Caden David and be knocked down.
You're right there, Ryan. Interesting perspective there. But, yeah, you're absolutely correct there. West Trojans got lucky on that one. Interesting 3rd and long decision here from Coach Worrell. Not sure if we're going to want to throw here or we're going to let this clock roll down a little bit.
Third down, 3rd and long for the Bearcats. See what they want to do here. And we're going to get some sort of stop and play here where the Bearcats get back in the huddle.
We're going to get a timeout from the Bearcats.
I believe that's their first timeout of the half. It's only the 2nd timeout of the half taken by either team. And we'll get a timeout with them and come back on the other side.
Does your lab want a swimming pool? Does your Maine Coon want that window in the sun? How much space do your horses need? Maybe you're shopping for future chickens or a mini cow. Whatever you or your pet's home buying needs are, Whitney Delcourt at Lake Country Lifestyle Real Estate is ready to help you find it. Call Whitney today at 214-724-1607 or visit her website at lakecountrylifestyle.com.
2 minutes and 34 seconds left here at Herman Clark Stadium in Fort Worth, where the Bearcats hold a 10-point lead over the West Trojans here late in the first half. But they face a 3rd and 11, ball at their own 19-yard line to gain would be the 30.
What do you think we do here, Ryan? A little
I'm
bootleg
thinking,
or what?
I want to try to go get the first down. There's too much time on the clock to just mail it in. And we're going to do the jet sweep, and we're going to get the edge with the back. Running it into the boundary, the blocking was set up, the space was there up the field. We ran out of space into the boundary, and it ends up I mean, the play is set up. If you go to that same action to the wide side, there's space there to get to the outside and get the first down. Running it into the boundary, you ran out of room, and that's why you ended up going out of bounds, which going out of bounds was also not the best thing we could have done there to try to burn some of this clock, even though there's plenty available for the West Trojans.
Yeah, if we stayed in bounds there, we could have taken this down to the 2-minute warning. Unfortunately, we're going to leave 2 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock left.
Anthony Torres has some good punts in him. And this looks like it's going to be one of them. It's going to hit at the 50 and take a Bearcat bounce out across right about to the 40-yard line, where we're going to take a break and come back and hopefully bring you the rest of the first half here at Herman Clark Stadium in Fort Worth.
Hey, Bearcat fans. You're probably asking yourself right now, don't I know that voice? Yes, it's Terry Slay, the voice of the Pilot Point Bearcats, and have been for over 35 years. But more importantly, the Slay family has been serving the communities of Lake Ray Roberts in the funeral business. If you find yourself in need of a funeral home, please call us at Slay Memorial Funeral Center, and we'd be honored to take care of your family.
And we're back here for the final 2 minutes and 20 seconds left of the first half of this audio-only cast. UIL has licensed the contract to all these visual video streams to NFHS. So we are going to be audio only through the playoffs. And this first down play for the Dub Crane and the Trojans is a quarterback run going to get out to the Trojan 49-yard line, which is going to be about 3 yards on first down.
Another great pursuit there by the Bearcats to be able to only allow a 3-yard rush. We've done a great job on first down, allowing them very few yards in the rushing game.
They get one snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's another just quarterback draw. Dub Crane goes, doesn't want to take a hit, gets down, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute break here, which is going to set up a third and short. Let's dive into the stats here. Pilot Point outgaining the West Trojans 224 yards to 119. All Pilot Points has been on the ground, and Coach Worrell said the West Trojans were about as close to 50-50 as you can be. Offensively, 60 rush yards, 59 pass yards here in the first half for the Trojans.
Yeah, very balanced offense from the Trojans, but had some those stats I feel like are a little inflated there from the Bearcats because you've got 130 yards from Trevion James, 139 yards in just 2 plays.
Well, you want to talk about inflated. West has 60 rushing yards, and their rushing touchdown was over 30 yards.
Yeah.
So you can say the same thing from them, and it doesn't matter how few plays your yards come in. If you're going 66 yards and 69 yards for 6, doesn't matter. But one turnover has been another big difference in this game. Pilot Point holding the edge, as they have in most games this season. And here we go. Let's see, third down. Now, if you're West, minute 56, third down. I mean, you're kind of in midfield here. If you don't get positive yardage here, you may end up having to punt the ball back to the Bearcats, which is not something I'm sure that they thought they would potentially happen. Weird formation here. I want to see if they're going to motion out of it. They try to get the Bearcats to jump, and the Bearcats do some movement, but they don't come across.
Looks like we're geared up for a run play.
It's going to be between the tackles, and not a whole lot of room there for the Trojans. Tackle at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to set up a 4th and 3 for the Trojans. And this is a big decision, because if you let the clock run and you punt it deep, Pilot Point doesn't traditionally have the offense that's going to take the ball down the field in under a minute, when the other team knows that they only have a minute. Of course, we know they can bust a big play, but it generally doesn't work when their only way they can score is a big play.
Yeah, I think West is going to drain this clock down, and I'm not sure if they're going to go for it. They're going to take a timeout and maybe try to come up with that decision.
Well, let's look at the playoff bracket and potential future matchups, and while we're also looking at some of the playoff scores, Pottsboro expanding their lead over Maypearl, Whitney expanding their lead over Whitesboro. But the winner of this game will play the winner of tomorrow night's game against Commerce and Jefferson. Commerce had some big wins over number 1 team in the state, Winsboro. They had a big win the next week over another highly ranked team, Malakoff, but followed that up with a couple losses against teams that they really had no business losing to. Whitesboro took Commerce to the last play earlier in the year as well. So we know Commerce can come out and beat any team on any given night. They could also drop any team any given night. Rest of this region, or this area that we would end up playing, Gladewater, Mount Vernon, and Grandview and Palmer. I believe all those games are tomorrow night. So we kind of, in this instance, we root for the district. Hopefully we see some more district wins for teams in our district. Like I said, it looks good for Pottsboro tonight. Does not look good for Whitesboro, which might be expected. Whitesboro being the 4th team in our district, playing the number 1 seed of District 5, Whitney. Heard lots of good things about Whitney. But we're back to football here. Let's see what the West Trojans try to do here. I don't see Dub Crane coming out. Looks like we are going to see them at least line up for a punt. But Aiden Rideout, he's a great athlete. He's the punter. He has the 1 West Trojan touchdown tonight.
Bearcats just now getting Hunter Newman back deep as well.
The snap is good. The kick is up. It is a wobbler kind of away from Newman. And Hunter Newman's going to run away from it. And the ball's going to die and roll out at the Bearcat 3-yard line. 52 seconds left in the half. We'll get a commercial and come and bring you back the rest of the half.
Are you ready to buy a home? Call Chase Pearson at Supreme Lending. Fast closings, expert advice, and personal service that will make the mortgage process easy. Whether you're buying or refinancing, Chase gets it done. Call him today at 972-559-0952.
Ready for a smile that you truly love? At Pilot Point Dentistry, we provide friendly, personalized care for the whole family, right here in Pilot Point. Come join our dental family and experience expert care with a personal touch. Call us today at 940-666-2201.
Serving Pilot Point since 1878, the Post Signal is your trusted source for hometown news. From local sports and school events to community milestones, we cover what matters most. Stay connected and subscribe today at postsignal.com.
We're back here with the Bearcats having the ball at their own 3. I think you just run something simple, maybe what you started the game with. Just a little quarterback sneak, single back formation, and they're going to run a pitch play, and we get it out of the end zone, break a tackle, get to the 5. That is...
It's dangerous.
That is dangerous because it's the one play you run where the running back actually takes possession of the ball in the end zone, moving east to west. So a little bit of risky there, but they get it out across the 5, and now I anticipate we're going to run this.
Looks like we got enough to run the ball out to end the half.
Those clocks are incredibly close. And actually, I think the game clock has less than the play clock, and it does. It's by maybe a split second, but we're going to go to halftime here with the Bearcats in command, 10-point lead, getting the ball coming out the second half. Let's dive into the stats real quick before we go to halftime, where it is 224 total yards for the Bearcats, all on the ground, 7 first downs, 3 penalties. 1 was the immensely costly roughing the passer on the 3rd and 15 incompletion that turned into a West touchdown. 0 turnovers for the Bearcats. 123 yards for the West Trojans. 59 in the air, 64 on the ground. 4 first downs, 4 penalties of their own, one of which was a 3rd down pass, roughing the passer, and they do have the interception. And that's the kind of the story of the first half here for the Bearcats and the Trojans.
One thing, I don't know if we had this stat or not, but what is the West Trojans' 3rd down efficiency? Because I don't know if they've converted a 3rd down tonight, Ryan.
If they have, it is minimal. Maybe
they
1, yeah. And it went 1 yard by 1 yard. The Bearcat defense might have heard the calls about being undersized, about potentially being bullied in this game, and they said, not tonight, not here, not on this stage, and they've held up.
Great first half here for the Bearcats. Going to be some interesting adjustments we're going to have to make for the second half. But luckily we do get the ball to start. Hopefully we can put that in for 7 to start.
Just one more reminder about I'm sure you all know at this point, still getting a comment or two. Audio only, UIL licensed the rights to stream video of these games to NFHS. I've seen a couple spam comments in the Facebook. I don't think that those are live. I don't believe NHFS is here tonight, so we are the way to bring in the game. Nordy not trying to paint the picture for you guys. The Bearcats are having a great showing here to open the Bi-District playoffs. We'll step away for halftime and come back on the second half when they're ready here at Herman Clark Stadium in Fort Worth.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shannon Fuller, proud superintendent of Pilot Point ISD. Here in Bearcat Country, tradition meets excellence. From strong academics to athletics and award-winning ag programs, we're building tomorrow's leaders. Every student matters, and every game is a chance to show our pride. Thanks for supporting Pilot Point ISD. Enjoy the game, and let's go Bearcats!
Hey Pilot Point, it's Chance Kirby with Direct Real Estate. I know in this market you need accurate local information to help you make wise decisions for you and your family. That's why I created the Lake Ray Roberts Real Estate Report. It provides you valuable insight specifically focused on our market. This is not a generic DFW-wide report that none of you can use. It's actual, local, timely information that you need. Please scan the QR code to subscribe. Now let's get you back to the game.
With over 150 years experience, Chapin Title and Pilot Point is here to help you. When buying or selling your next property, tell your realtor that you want to use Chapin Title for the experience they have and the convenience of being located right here in Pilot Point. You do have a choice, and that choice should be Chapin Title in Pilot Point.
Hey there, Bearcat fans. While the Bearcats are headed toward the goal line every weekend, Raceway Ministries is at speedways all across the country, serving and sharing the good news of God's hope in Christ. Want to know more? Head over to racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats football season. Open your free e-checking account. No monthly service charge, no minimal balance. Just enroll in e-statements and show your Bearcat pride with the custom Point Bank school logo debit card. Visit pointbank.com to learn more. Point Bank, it's not just banking, it's point banking. Member FDIC.
And we're back here getting ready for the second half of this bi-district playoff game where the Pilot Point Bearcats hold a 17-7 advantage over the West Trojans at halftime. Bearcats, it's a 10-point game. It's a close game. Lots of football left to be played. Anyone can, come out the second half and dominate and take this game home. I felt like the Bearcats feel like they were firmly in control from the first snap to the last snap of that first half.
Yeah, and all three assets of the game, whether it be offense, defense, or special teams, the Bearcats have done a fantastic job in controlling all of those.
Yeah, from the first play of the game, we were concerned about the size up front for the West Trojans. First play of the game, they go to make a run play, and it starts right there, tackle for loss in the backfield for the Bearcats. Held them to a 3-and-out, and then the Bearcats got a long drive in them, and unfortunately couldn't get it in the end zone for 7, but were able to get 3 points out of their first drive of the first half.
Yeah, great opening possession for the Bearcats just to be able to get on the board and get the stop from West. Unfortunately, West did respond with that touchdown, but Bearcats, that Drevion James, he came to play in the first half. West drove down, got the touchdown to take a 7-3. Drevion James answers real quick with a 66-yard run to the house.
Yeah, one play, 66 yards on that carry. And, yeah, you're right. I mean, the West didn't really respond initially to that adversity. They got bailed out by the roughing the passer penalty. Then a couple plays later were able to find themselves in the end zone, take a 7-3 lead in this ball game, and now it was the Bearcats' time to overcome adversity. And like you said, one play, electric run by number 10, Drevion James, gets the Bearcats back in the lead. And then it became a defensive game for a while on both sides of the football. Bearcats and the West Trojans played good defense in the middle part of that first half. And then, again, electric playmaker Drevion James goes 69 yards for a touchdown to extend the Bearcat lead out to 10. And that's where we sit here getting ready for the second half.
The only thing I really feel like the Bearcats just didn't go – the one thing that didn't go their way was the second field goal by Anthony Torres, missing that one. That could end up being huge later on in the game. But outside of that, I don't see anything that's really gone against the Bearcats.
The only things that have went against the Bearcats are the roughing the passer penalty that extended the drive. There was the missed field goal, but even that field goal, not necessarily fair to pin it all on Anthony Torres. The snap was low. Caden David was able to get it on the tee, but we're talking about the tip of that ball hit the tee. Anthony Torres' foot hit the ball. Not a whole lot of time to, see where he's going to kick that ball up and through the ends, through the uprights. And then, really, that's it. I was going to hit couple down notes for the Bearcats. 3 drop passes in the first half on balls that were definitely catchable. Maybe not the easiest catches in any of those, but all 3 definitely catchable. And so I think the Bearcats got to see – the Bearcat receivers got to see the ball all the way in and try to capitalize, because we may need some yardage on pass play here in the second half to back up some of these West Trojan defenders.
Yeah, Ryan, it's going to be a huge first possession here for the second half. Hopefully we can come out and put 6 on the board early and try to take a really firm grasp on this game, putting us up 17 to start.
Well, the Bearcats are going to have a chance to get started right away with the kick return team out. We've only seen West kick it once, and it was a big number 51 Hayden McCabe, and he's running out there again. I don't know if he's going to be the main kicker or not. Last time the main kicker got hurt on the PAT attempt, so Hayden McCabe had to kick it. I have a hard time there marching out a 6'5", 280-pound lineman to cover kicks. So I would, even though he's not teeing it up, I'd be shocked if they got him out there covering kicks, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's not probably not in their favor, I don't think, with the athletes the Bearcats have on the kickoff return.
Aiden Wright out, number 27, teed it up. He's the field goal kicker, but it is going to be big number 51 Hayden McCabe kicking it off. And this is going to be down the middle, not too deep, caught by Pickrell. Pickrell can be electric at times with the ball in his hands. And this time, he just north and south got to the numbers, got it up, and he's going to give the Bearcats the ball for their opening possession of the second half at their own 37-yard line on the right hash.
Yeah, great opening starting field position here for the Bearcats. I'm interested to see if we try to spread them out and gas them out early with the sweep plays. We've only ran it a handful of times in the first half. We tend to run between the tackles early, but I'd like to see us spread this out and gas those linemen out to lean heavy on them so they're not as strong in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'd like to say I was really confused by the jet sweep action into the boundary. Let's see if the Bearcats try to get the wide side of the field, but here they are, I formation, and it's going to be a power to Chumley, right side up the 40, breaks the tackle out to the 45-yard line. Going to be about 7 yards on first down there for the Bearcats.
You know, I don't know if we can select multiple players of the game, but offensive, defensive line for the Bearcats have been outstanding so far. And especially on that first play, they get a great big hole for Chumley to run through.
It's going to set up second and short. Bearcats getting ahead of the chains on first down, which is what they need to do. I formation again, and they're going to run the same play, same way, and Chumley's going to get it out across the 50, lowers the shoulder. Bearcat first down into West Trojan territory. Bearcats coming out with some physicality here to start the second half.
Yeah, I wonder if this is kind of an adjustment or a discussion in the halftime. We want to come out and set the tone and be physical up front and dominate in the trenches and run the ball right down their throat for this first possession of the second half.
Ball on the right hash, play coming in just across midfield at the Trojan 49-yard line. Bearcats would give themselves quite the advantage going up 17 in this game, the way the West Trojan offense has not really been able to find a rhythm. Two backs behind Evans, and this is going to be a Caden David sweep left. Breaks one tackle out across to the 48 to about the 45-yard line. Going to set up, they're going to give him the 46. So it's going to set up 3 yards on that first down carry. Caden David hadn't been getting a ton of carries late in the season, but I know he's been making major impacts on defense, and it's good to see him getting the ball here in the second half.
Yeah, number 3 for the West Trojans came from the safety position, shot up real quick, unsuccessful on the tackle, and I kind of wish our Bearcat receiver there on the wide side of the field was able to sustain his block the whole time, because Caden David did have a lane after that first missed tackle.
Ball's at the 46-yard line of the Trojans. Second down, I formation. It's going to be a power to Chumley. Chumley contacted in the backfield and brought down Aiden Petit, making his presence known here in the second half. Going to set up a third and long for the Bearcats.
Yeah, you think we'll run the sweep, or are we going to run a bootleg here, Ryan?
I think we run the Drevion James touchdown play. He's back there buckling the chin strap. Let's see if we can get the ball to him here. He's been our electric playmaker so far in this game.
Very successful. I do like pulling out the touchdown plays. Those tend to be in our favor.
This is our jet sweep formation. And we're going to run it left to right. Hunter Newman cuts it up. Not a whole lot of room. Teams are catching on to that because we're running it out of that formation. I've seen us run 2 plays out of that formation. The jet sweep is which we run 90% of the time, and the other play was the little dive where I said the blind squirrel finds the nut earlier, where the defensive lineman just happened to run in to the Caden David dive earlier in the first half. But it's going to set up a fourth and probably 6 here, and the Bearcats are already set the punt team out.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to punt on this first possession of the second half.
West Trojans going to find themselves in position to get back in this game. Need to execute well on special teams here. The snap is good, the kick is up, and it is a high punt, not particularly deep, but there's a couple West Tro. It's down the right sideline, not after the bounce, not the punt the Bearcats wanted, just really past the line to gain for the first down. When we come back, the West Trojans will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35.
Nick's Italian Restaurant in Pilot Point serves authentic New York-style pizza, fresh pastas, and other Italian favorites, all based on his family recipes from Queens, New York. Nick will always treat you like family, whether you dine in, take out, or cater. Taste the tradition and feel the hospitality at Nick's Italian in Pilot Point.
Is your AC struggling to keep up with the Texas heat? Call Capital Mechanical in Pilot Point. From fast, reliable repairs to brand new installations, their licensed pros keep your home cool and comfortable. Trusted since 2001. Capital Mechanical does it right the first time. Call 940-440-1100 today.
First play of the second half for the West Trojans is a dive up the middle, Marion Perez, and he's going to get decent yardage there, getting the West Trojans ahead of the chains, keeping them on schedule here, 2nd and 5.
Trojans look to go quick here for the second play.
Two backs and fumble exchange, ball on the ground. The Bearcats had a chance at it, and the Bearcats get it. So the Bearcats have to punt on the opening drive. 2 plays into the West Trojan drive. Dub Crane tried to pull the handoff out on some sort of read play. Ball falls to the turf, and the Bearcats jump on it. Second turnover of the night forced by the Bearcat defense.
That was one of the things we talked about in the first half, is winning the penalty game and the turnover battle. We got an interception early. I believe 2 interceptions, right, Ryan?
Just one interception, one dropped interception.
Yeah. So we did have the 1 interception. Now we're going to start the second half with a fumble recovery for the Bearcats in positive territory. Hopefully we can capitalize on this.
1st and 10 at the West Trojan 35. So the Bearcats punt it down the field, 2 plays, force the turnover, have the ball back, and now everything that was available to them at the start of the second half by taking a commanding lead is still available to them now with less time on the clock. It's going to be, the motion was the problem there. They run the wide receiver from the outside in on the motion, but he kind of made a hard move towards the line of scrimmage before he chopped it down. They snapped the ball. We don't get the benefit of who the number was called on. That looked like an unnatural motion to me, though.
Yeah, I think that was Lane Eft in that wide receiver trying to run the crack back. And that was successful in the first half. I do remember him being successful and knocking a kid off his cleats on that. Definitely unfortunate, back up to 1st and 15 here.
Ball now at the Trojan 40. Wide receiver wide each side. Got Lane Eft on the right, Luke Connor on the left. I formation for the Bearcats, and it's going to be a straight drop for Evans. Evans
down the middle. Caden David wide open.
Caden David has a chance inside the 5. Touchdown, Bearcats! Finally, we connect through the air, and we connect for 6. The Bearcats expand the lead to 16 here with 8:19 left in the third quarter.
What a play. We've been asking for that kind of play all season. They did not see Caden David streaking down the hash marks.
Needed someone to fill the hole that losing Cade Stuckley has left in the receiving game. Caden David stepped up right there. First opportunity to make a catch. Catches it down the hash mark. And I believe that went 40 yards there for the touchdown.
That's going to help us so much later in the game as well, because it's going to keep your safeties having to stay back, and they're not going to be able to stack the box to be able to stop the run.
Absolutely. Ran right by him. Nobody there down the hash mark, and the snap is up, down, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it is through. 8:19 left in the third quarter here in Fort Worth, with the Bearcats holding a 17-point lead over the West Trojans.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating and cooling unit? Power Air can handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Power Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing a full consultation so you can choose the system that's right for you, your home, and your business. Call today at 817-487-2286 to schedule your service now. That's Power Air, 817-487-2286.
This is James Floyd, owner of Custom Roofing and Construction. We have been helping folks in the Pilot Point area for over 15 years with over 140 projects to date. We are a local company, family owned and operated. If you are unsure of your current roof condition, just reach out to us for a free inspection. And go Bearcats.
And after the 40-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Evans to Caden David, the Pilot Point lead has been expanded to 17 points, with Anthony Torres having the ball teed up for this kickoff. Chris, the Trojans are looking a little lost on the offensive side of the ball, aren't they?
They're having to face some major adversity right here. And
man, big chance for the Bearcat. The snap not handled well, but now it's picked up, and he spun out and made the Not good field position for the West Trojans. Aiden Green had trouble fielding the kick. It rolled right by him. He eventually was able to pick it up at the 4-yard line with a Bearcat there with a chance to make a tackle. And it's just miraculous he was able to get it out to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, got lucky there to be able to scramble around and get the positive return there. Not great yardage, but yeah, the ball's just not bouncing in the West Trojans' way.
We're just talking about really looking lost offensively. Not much there for them. They haven't tried down the field too many times in the pass game, and when they have, Bearcat defenders have been just as viable of a receiver as the West receivers. The only thing they've really been efficient in the pass game is side to side, but it's not really resulted in many yards, and they haven't found much in the running game. Which they're going to go to here on first down, and they're going to find no space on the right side. Back to the line of scrimmage before he's brought down there by the Bearcats for a no gain on first down. Looked like Caden David and Josh Martinez teaming up on the tackle there.
One of the things the Bearcats have done fantastic on is limiting the first down yardage on the running plays and getting off the field on third down. That has been the key for the Bearcats all night tonight.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end also to the right side of the offense. Dub Crane's going to take the snap, straight drop, looking. He's going to step up into some pressure, and he will be sacked by Caden David back at the 11-yard line. Caden David is hunting Dub Crane back there.
This Bearcat defensive line has been getting after him, whether it be Caden David or Josh Martinez. They are hunting down Dub Crane.
With being football season, I doubt Caden David's got to go hunt deer yet, but he's out here hunting quarterbacks tonight.
Absolutely, Ryan.
Trips right to the wide side of the field. Ball on the left hash for the Trojans. 3rd and forever here. Ball at their own 12. Snap, and it's going to be just a screen pass out to the right, trying to get some linemen out there to get some blocks. Bearcats flowing to it. Going to get a host of Bearcats there to make the tackle right around the original line of scrimmage. Going to set up a 3rd and 10 from their own 14, and the West Trojans are already sending the punt team out.
And the Bearcats came ready to play, made some adjustments, and maybe that adjustment was catching the ball. It resulted in 7 points, and we're doing a great job on defense for the first 2 possessions.
You know, that is what we do. There are very few negatives from the first half for the Bearcats, but dropping pass plays was one of them. They come out early in the second half, catch one for a touchdown, and now they forced 2 poor possessions from the Trojans, and this punt is high, and it's going to be caught at the 39-yard line. Hunter Newman has a chance. He's going to run into some Trojans there, and he's going to be brought down at midfield. And when we come back, the Bearcats will have the ball 1st and 10 from midfield.
Here at Sideline to Sideline, we love to talk 3A football.
Pottsboro, then Pilot Point, but Pilot Point might make it. Chad's been up there. Now this is his, 2nd year. They could slip into the 2nd or 3rd spot.
Hey, they upset Mahay in the first round of the playoffs last year. We also talk 4A and 2A. So check us out each and every week, Sideline to Sideline.
Life is full of steps. We learn to take small steps and big steps. We take steps toward adventure, to keep growing. Steps to build a future, to discover what's next. This is banking at its best. This is banking forward.
First play of the drive is an extended dive play out. Josh Chumley, dive play kind of right outside the tackle. Positive yardage ahead of the change for the Bearcats. Bearcats right now, with the way their defense is playing, 17's got to feel like an awful lot for the Trojans. I can't imagine what they'll feel if the Bearcats can move that to 24.
Yeah, they are spinning a little bit here on offense and defense for the Trojans, not knowing really what to do to stop this Bearcat offense or defense.
2nd down, it's going to be a pitch to Caden David, who's going to take it up the field, and Caden David's going to extend the lead to 24 for the Bearcats. That was a sweep play that he immediately saw the hole was up the middle. He cut it back, took it up the field, and the Bearcats get in the end zone again.
Ryan, I think he heard you say he hasn't been getting very many touches late there in the season. Because since you said that, 2 touchdowns from this kid.
Bearcats absolutely getting after the West Trojans here in the second half. And this is the type of moment where if you're West, you better dig down deep, because this game can get away from you, and this game can get away from you quick at this point, the way the Bearcats are putting the ball in the end zone.
We talked in the pregame show about this West Trojans team being a very good team and how not to really look at their 3 losses, but they gave up – extra point's going to be – good. But they gave up 40 points on average on the 3 losses, and the Bearcats are trending in that direction.
They absolutely are. 31-7 here with 5:43 left in the third quarter. We'll get a commercial break and come back and watch Anthony Torres kick it off again.
You work hard every day to provide for yourself and your family. Why not let someone else help you out every now and then? As your local Texas Farm Bureau insurance agency, that's why we're here, for peace of mind and to help you protect what matters most to you. Call Denton County Farm Bureau Insurance at 940-387-8572 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote. And learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can protect what matters. Life insurance products underwritten by Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
For nearly 50 years, Mark's Body Shop has provided auto body repair to North Texas. They offer hail, dent, auto collision, and other services right here in Pilot Point. You can count on their certified technicians for complete collision repairs to make your vehicle look just like new. Need auto body service? Visit them at 1112 North Highway 377 in Pilot Point or call 940-686-5194 for a free same-day quote.
The Anthony Torres kick is high, and it's fielded at the 17-yard line. West Trojans trying to get some positive yards on the return, and they're going to get it out across the 31 where they'll begin the next drive. Attention high school football fans, don't miss out on the opportunity to be part of the Texas football history. Mark your calendars for the UIL State Football Championships, December 17th through the 20th at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, where the best teams from 6-man to 6A leave it all on the field in the hopes of being named champion. For the latest updates and ticket information, head over to uil.org/football. Again, that's uiltexas.org/football.
Ryan, if you're the West Trojans, what are you looking to do on this possession?
I try to extend the ball down the field here. You got to do something you haven't done yet, and they have trips to the boundary. They fake the swing, and they're going to now sling it out. They have a space there, and that's going to be caught by number 7 for the Trojans. Cody Kirkpatrick is going to catch the ball on lane F. And let me tell you, the way that ball was –
penalty.
Oh, no. Holding. Well, oh, yes.
No.
The Trojans finally get something going. But let me tell you about that play. It was weird. That ball was thrown a long way. It wasn't thrown with much zip. Nobody seemed to be moving around on either side of the ball. It was, I think, the laziest 20-yard gain I've seen, and that's on both sides. The defense didn't really seem to be moving. That was a weird play, but ultimately it comes back because of a West Trojan hold. So I said I thought they should start trying to stretch the field some, throw it downfield. They do it, net a positive gain, but it comes back for a hold.
Yeah, that's got to hurt. You're trying to get something to go in, and you just keep getting pushed back.
Same formation, trips left. They're going to roll the pocket that way, and they're running the draw back underneath. And the Bearcats have a chance to make the tackle in the backfield. The first Bearcat couldn't, but the second and third Bearcat team up to do it. Caden David had first opportunity, slowed him enough, allowed Josh Martinez and looks like Carter Locke to get there and finish it off for a tackle for loss. So first and 20 turns into second and 21.
Just the things the West Trojans are trying to do are not going in their favor at all. And I don't know if that's just – it's just the Bearcats. They're playing a great defensive game here.
They're playing solid. They're keeping everything in front of them, and they're making the West Trojans play consistently, which they haven't been able to do tonight. Dub Crane's going to throw this deep out the sideline, overthrown. That's Kai Cox, and he's not able to get there, and it's going to be Kai Cook, and it's incomplete for the West Trojans. Going to set up a 3rd and 21.
After that throw, Ryan Dub Crane was visibly upset, threw his hands up in the air. I don't know if he was upset with himself at the ball he threw or just his receiver and the timing of that, but you can tell he is very frustrated back there at the quarterback position.
Playoff scores are the concern these two district. Pottsboro all over Maypearl, 49-7. Whitesboro closing the gap to Whitney. Now a 6-point game in the third quarter. Whitney, district champion of District 5 3A, 34. Whitesboro 28. 3rd and long, Dub Crane looking to throw. He's just going to throw a swing pass out behind the line of scrimmage. Caught and dropped for a huge loss there. It looks like, is that Carter Locke there with a big tackle for loss? Out there with him, 34, Caleb Reed. And they're just not getting anything by the Bearcats tonight. And they kind of seem like they're at the point where they're looking like they might be mailing it in.
Yeah, it's almost to the point of throwing the white flag up. You know, you'd like to be able to get in 3rd and 4th and manageables, but – 4th and forever is kind of hard to go for you. You're going to have to punt this ball.
Punter with his feet in his own end zone. He comes out. He's going to punt this one. It's a decent kick. Hunter Newman's going to go up, and he's going to muff it, but he's going to muff it out of bounds. We come back. The Bearcats will have 1st and 10 at about the West Trojan 46-yard line.
For over 40 years, Chandler Cabinets has been crafting top-quality cabinets with unmatched craftsmanship and innovation. From concept to completion, their award-winning designs bring style and function to every space. Experience excellence built to last. Visit ChandlerCabinets.net or find them on Facebook. Chandler Cabinets, over 40 years of excellence.
Looking for the perfect lawn without the hassle? Perfect Turf has you covered. From expert weed control and premium fertilization to full sod installation and artificial turf that looks lush year-round. We bring the green, so you don't have to. Visit PerfectTurfTX.com for more information.
And we're back here. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats from West 46. West has got to show a backbone here. This game's going to get out of hand, and they do a really good job on 1st down here, making a tackle at the line of scrimmage. And a flag comes out late from the back judge on the defensive side of the ball.
Not sure what that penalty is going to be, Ryan. Looks like it's going to be backing the Bearcats out.
How did a hold come from way back there on the defensive side? I guess he saw what he saw. Backing the Bearcats up behind the chains. So really a good stop there by the Trojan defense. They get aided by a 10-yard penalty. It's going to negate their stop, but still back the Bearcats up 10. We just said the Whitesboro Bearcats closed the gap to Whitney to 6. Whitney responds with another 7, and now the lead is 13 for Whitney over Whitesboro in the third quarter. That game concerns us down the road, not as much for next week, but the Bearcats here trying to close this one out. Sweet play, Drevion James cuts it up. Oh! He made a cut there to the inside, and if he'd have made that, he'd have had 2 flowing defenders that might have been able to get a hand on him. But if they don't, Drevion James takes another big one to the house.
Ryan, I was looking some stats up before that play, and it looks like the Bearcats are averaging 47.2 points a game on the season. And we're trending in that direction. I was hoping that play was able to break it and put another 7 on the board.
Close enough. I'm just impressed by Coach Worrell talking about how 50-50 the West offense is, and they are 58 yards on the ground, 61 yards through the air. Halfback pass. David Pickle slings it down the field. Camped out underneath it is the receiver. Catching a reversing foul. Hunter Newman has a chance. He's going back and forth, and he's going to bring it down inside the 10. Halfback pass, and David Pickrell slung it down the field there.
Kind of a pop fly, but yeah, great throw, long. Probably 30, 40-yard pass there.
It hung up in the air for quite a while, but that's how wide open Hunter Newman was on that. Kind of surprised to see us pull that out in this game, in this moment here with the lead. You know, everything you do here is put on film for next week.
Yeah, great play. Did not see that coming. Didn't expect us to run many trick plays here in the second half, but that one went in the Bearcats' favor.
Bearcats breaking the huddle, 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. I formation. Chumley's going to get the pitch. Trying to pick up blocking. He's only going to get maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, if that. Going to set up a 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line.
Interesting decision here, Ryan, what we're going to do in this 1st and goal situation. I'd kind of like that little bootleg, catch them off guard again with another pass play. They're kind of leaning heavy on the run. The defense is trying to stack the box. Maybe a pass play, catch them off guard.
Say that Garrett Evans hasn't really contributed a ton to the run game this year, but when he does, this is generally the area he does it. On something exactly like that, a rollout bootleg that he just keeps and carries in himself. This play is going to be a power to Chumley, and Chumley's going to carry a pile down to about the 1-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 2, so it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2. Now I think at this point it's a Caden David, Josh Chumley carry here. Try to get him in the end zone.
Yeah, 4-down territory, I think. I think we're going to go for this. If we don't get it on the 3rd down, I think we go for it in the 4th. As long as it's at least a 0-yard or a 1-yard gain here.
This is what the opening drive of the game was for the Bearcats, and in this exact instance they ended up with a big loss, and that forced them into the Anthony Torres field goal that we did convert to go up 3-0 in this game. 2-back set formation for the Bearcats. A little bit of confusion, and Coach Worrell's going to, noticing the importance here, he's going to take a timeout. We'll come back for the 3rd down after a quick break.
With over 40 years' experience, DC David Construction LLC delivers expert craftsmanship in metal buildings, cement work, remodels, painting, and more. Big or small, every job is done with professionalism and pride. Fully insured and ready to quote. Call 940-390-8656 today.
Hey football fans, this is Laura Bradley, broker owner of SouthernLifeLiving.com, a real estate brokerage located right here in Pilot Point, Texas. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, our firm has several experienced agents to guide you through every step of the process. We want to be your go-to source for all of your real estate needs. Please visit our website at SouthernLifeLiving.com, or you can reach me, Laura, the broker owner, at 940-390-3911.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
And we're back here, 3rd and 2 for the Bearcats. 3rd and goal from the 2 for the Bearcats. Extra lineman Eli Noblet in on the right side. We're going to run a quarterback power that way. And we're going to get the corner, and they're going to walk it in the end zone. That's Carter Locke playing quarterback. Got all the lead blockers on that side and Eli Noblet, the extra offensive lineman. And they walk it inside the pylon. And this game might have officially gotten out of hand for the West Trojans.
Yeah, that was a dagger touchdown for the Bearcats.
Extending the lead from 24 to 30 with the Bearcats looking what to do here on the point after attempt. Bearcats are going to swing the gate, and they're going to go to add the 1 to make it a 31-point lead for the Bearcats. You know, you go into a playoff game at halftime, it's a 10-point game, very much anyone's game. Who wants it more in the second half? And the Bearcats had the opportunity to try to just hold what they had. Instead, they have hit the gas, and that has resulted in a 10-point lead, turning into a 31-point lead before the third quarter's even over. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Pilot Point 38, West 7.
Looking for insurance coverage you can count on? Shannon Stevens and Hutcherson Insurance Group makes protecting what matters simple. Be it business coverage, life insurance, home and auto, or group health, he's got you covered with his personalized service and trusted advice. Call Shannon today at 940-395-1181 to get started.
.389 total yards of offense here for the Bearcats through just under 3 quarters. 302 on the ground, 87 through the air, including the big touchdown to Caden David and the big pass play by David Pickerel on the halfback pass completed to Hunter Newman. And the Bearcats, like we said before we went to break, a 10-point lead at halftime has turned into a 31-point lead, and the third quarter's not even over.
Impressive showing so far from the Bearcats.
This kickoff is caught about the 17-yard line. West trying to return it down their sideline, get to the 30 before they're tackled. Oh, we might put the score back up there in a minute, but Whitesboro and Whitney engaged in a shootout. We said that Whitesboro had brought the deficit to 6. Whitney responded and extended the lead back out to 13, and Whitesboro responded right back and now have brought it back to 6. 41-35, Whitney in the lead there with under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. So that looks like that might be an exciting finish out there with the district champion of District 5 playing the 4 seed in District 6. You know, both of these districts said that they were really tough districts and they were really competitive. I think District 6 is putting a good showing on so far in this first round.
Yeah, hopefully we can go 3-0 to start on a Thursday night from District 6 3A.
Quarterback draw, Dub Crane didn't want any part of the contact, and I don't blame him. He looked like he had some space. He tucked it to run. He saw Carter Locke coming and immediately shelled up and went down to the ground.
That play has not been successful at all. Maybe 1-2 yards, especially on a first down. The Bearcats, I don't think they've allowed more than 5 yards on first down on a run.
Pistol formation turns into an empty back, and they run the same play again. And you want to guess what happened there?
2 yards.
The same thing that happened the first time. We just talked about how that play had not been successful tonight, and they said, you know what? If we run it one more time, it'll work. And it didn't. And that's going to bring us to the end of 3 quarters here at Herman Clark Stadium in Fort Worth, where your Pilot Point Bearcats hold a commanding 38-7 lead over the West Trojans.
Need a mechanic you can trust? Key Auto in Pilot Point delivers honest, expert repairs without the dealership prices. From routine maintenance to tricky fixes, they get right the first time. Locally owned, highly rated, and always fair. Stop by Key Auto today, where your car and your wallet are in good hands. 608 North Washington Street in Pilot Point.
Step into a world of kids' fashion unlike anything found in this area. The Eclectic Boho, located in the red buildings at the intersection of Liberty Road and Highway 377 in Aubrey, Texas, offers fashion for your kiddos from newborn to 14. Be sure to make us, the Eclectic Boho, your first stop for all things kids.
Looking for reliable insurance coverage? Wood Insurance in Whitesboro has you covered. Whether it's auto, home, business, farm, or RV insurance, their experienced team is there to find the perfect policy for you. With access to many top-rated carriers, they strive to get you the best coverage at the best price. Call today, 903-564-6469. That's 903-564-6469.
And we're back here getting ready for the fourth quarter. Everybody, reminder to visit the PilePointBearcats.com merch shop. Absolutely, hoodies on sale. We've yet to move one, but they're there. They're there. You can go get yourself one limited edition. Trips right for the West Trojans, moving one receiver from right to left. That's Kai Cook. They're rolling out. He seems to be their target on a wheel route. They throw it up the sideline, underthrown. But Kai Cook goes up and over the defender and brings it in. First down for the Trojans. Great play by Kai Cook.
Yeah, number 6, we talked in the pregame show, was probably his favorite target and maybe the best receiver just based off what Coach Roll had told us at our early week talk. It's great play there by number 6.
First down for the Trojans just inside Bearcat territory at the 49. Now they're running the screen pass. And he tried, that was right out. He did that little hurdle on his touchdown run, tried it again, and it wasn't quite as successful as the first time.
As slow as that play was developing, I almost thought it was going to be a halfback pass, but it was. When I tried to see if there was any receivers downfield, there was not.
Dub Crane looking to throw. He's just going to throw it out into the flat. Receiver was able to receive it. Bearcats making an excellent open field tackle there. Number 1, Ledger Nardell on the catch. Can't get a number from up here on that Bearcat tackle, but he got out there in a hurry and brought him down with ease. Might have been Chumley.
Either Chumley or Marsh, I think, Ryan.
Trips left. That's the boundary. That's the narrow, short side of the field. With the running back on the opposite side, and they're going to roll away to the one-man side, and they're going to throw a deep out, timing route caught, and they're going to catch it and get it to about the 31-yard line, which is enough for a West Trojan first down. West Trojan starting to get the ball moving as they stretch the ball down the field, which is what I thought that they should do in the third quarter. When they tried it, were successful, but had a holding call come back.
They're going quick here.
And now they throw another wide receiver screen out there, get a block coming up. Great tackle in open field by Lane Eft there.
I wonder if that's what this style of offense is. We haven't seen it all night where maybe they just try to get in a good rhythm, and the Bearcats haven't allowed rhythm. And this is the first time we're seeing it from them.
Trips the boundary. They're going to straight drop looking to pass. And deep out to Kai Cook. Very, very narrow window there that he was able to get it in, but Kai Cook wasn't able to win that battle with the sideline. The pass falls incomplete, setting up a 3rd and 5 for the West Trojans.
Yeah, Ryan, this is probably their best drive of the game so far, kind of equal to the first drive of their best drive in the first half, where they were able to put 7 on the board.
Trips to the wide side of the field here, running back to the boundary. One receiver to the boundary. They're going to look to the wide side, and they're going to throw it quick, high. Kai Cook couldn't bring it down and takes a hit to the ribs. All clean play, 4th and medium for the West Trojans, and this is no time for 3 or no time for punts.
Yeah, Jervion James coming up there with a big hit in the backside for number 6, Kai. It was close play there. I thought he was going to be able to bring it down, but unfortunately he was not, or fortunately for the Bearcats, he was not.
Speaking of Jervion James, leader for the Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the Game Award, but that's still up for debate. People in the chat, if you think somebody else should win it, let us hear it, let us know it, and we'll talk about it over the break. Motion, right to left. There's some space there for Dub Crane, and he's going to avoid the wide-open receiver to try to get the ball to Kai Cook, and he sails it out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover on downs, another one forced by the Bearcat defense.
Yeah, interesting decision. Had a wide-open number 7 receiver. It looks like that's
Cody Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, Kirkpatrick there, wide open in the kind of the flat air or just open range there, was decided to try to throw to the wide side to the sidelines and unsuccessful.
Well, that's got to be frustrating as the OC, because Cody Kirkpatrick was the wide man in the trips. They motion him under the 2 slots, and then they bring him up and in, which, that sort of route combo is designed for him to be open right there in the middle, which he absolutely was. Dub Crane never even looked that way, tried to force it into Kai Cook, and it is turnover on downs for the Trojans. Pitch to the left side. Bearcats not finding much room, and it's going to be a tackle for loss for the Bearcats there on first down.
Well, that's going to hurt Marmolejo's average there, Ryan.
Is that Marmolejo? He's a big play machine when he's gotten carries so far through this season.
Give him a couple more touches. I'm sure he'll help his average out.
Doug Chambers in the Facebook chat mentioning the offensive defensive lines probably for the Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the game. Doug Chambers, coined the meat group back in Pee Wee football. He knows a thing about offensive defensive line play. Motion on the second long handoff. Garrett Evans hands it off, and that's Marmolejo again. Going to get the yardage loss on first down, plus 1 or 2. It's going to set up 3rd and 9 for the Bearcats, though.
I like the Bearcats going slow here and running the clock out, trying to get out of here safe and healthy as possible and get some other Bearcats some opportunities from playing time in the playoff game. Barring
some sort of miracle comeback from West Trojans, which are still 9 minutes to go, it looks like Pilot Point next week should be playing the winner of, I believe it was Jefferson and Commerce. We're going to pull that graphic up in a minute. They play tomorrow night in Pittsburgh, Texas. Yeah, Jefferson and Commerce play tomorrow night. And the winner of that game will have the opportunity to have their shot at the Bearcats. 3rd down, power, left side. We're going to have a little bit of space, try to spin it up, almost getting to the 35. It is going to turn 3rd and long to 4th and manageable. And while you're not necessarily in the position where you want to give the Trojans a good field position, you're also pretty close to the line to gain for the first down, setting up a 4th and 1.
Bearcats don't seem to be running Anthony Torres out here. It looks like they might be going for this.
Checking out some of the scores in the District 5 versus District 6 matchups. Pottsboro's running away over Maypearl, 49-14. Looks like our district winner is going to take out their 4 seed. And in their district winner versus our 4 seed, Whitney Whitesboro, 1-possession game. That's got to be going to the 4th quarter here soon. And it is going to be a power play on the 4th down. The Bearcats are going to get the line to gain for the first down out to the 40-yard line, and we're going to move the chains and keep this clock running.
We have been successful inside the tackles all night, winning the trench battle, and that's what we go to right in there to convert that 4th down.
We're getting requests for where they can go to buy these Bearcat merch we've talked about. I'll make sure we get you that link here in the chat here before we get out of here. I want to make sure all our Bearcat fans out there have the opportunity to buy those absolutely hoodies, and I think there's coffee mugs too. Nothing better than sipping coffee on a Friday or Saturday morning after a Bearcat win.
Absolutely.
Power to the left. Good run by David Pickrell. Going to lower his shoulder at the end. Positive yardage there on first down. Bearcats keeping ahead of the chains and keeping the clock running here in this by-district battle here for the Bearcats. Looks like they're going to get their 26th win and their 39th try in the by-district round for the Bearcats. And there you see it. If you're a part of the live chat, there's the link to the Bearcat merch store.
Ryan, I believe with that play, the Bearcats were able to go over 400 yards of total offense tonight.
403 is what it shows on your screen. That updates in almost real time. Marmolejo getting the carry around the right edge, and he's not going to get really positive yardage on it. But what I like is he kind of saw it was nowhere to go, went down, stayed inbounds, and is going to keep this clock running. The next snap won't happen until well under 6.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter at Herman Clark Stadium in Fort Worth, where the Bearcats came out. It was a kind of a feel-it-out process in the first half. Both defenses played pretty well, and in the 3rd quarter, the Bearcats exploded for 21 points to get us to where we are now, 38-7 Bearcats.
Talked about it a little bit earlier before the commercial break we had, but to be up 10 and then just to explode and cause separation to 31 points, that's impressive. You don't see that very often.
Swing pass of our own. Lane F catches it. He's going to tiptoe around the guy, pick up a block, get out across the 50 for another Bearcat first down.
I think that's the first time we've ran that all season.
That's a good little swing pass.
Yeah, I like that. Get the ball in Lane F hands, and let's see what he can do.
Show the West Trojans we can complete those two. Gold ball season is correct. The winner of this game is going to take home the gold ball. And for the Bearcats, it's going to be one of many that we get to add to our collection.
How many trophies do you think the Bearcats have, Ryan?
That's a better question for our producer. more Bearcat historian. A lot of gold balls in the halls of the field house, that's for sure. Garrett Evans is going to pitch it to the left. That's a boundary side. Hopefully we keep it in bounds. David Pickrell does. He's going to pick up great yardage, another Bearcat first down, and keep it between the white lines keep this clock running under 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Marmalade over there giving number 1 for the West Trojans the business with the pancake block about 15 yards downfield.
Want to shout out all the people who took us in tonight on YouTube and Facebook. I understand we'd all love to see the video of this game. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. There will be highlights posted throughout the week of all the big scoring plays, which there have been lots of. 5 touchdowns, 1 field goal, an interception, a fumble recovery for the Bearcats. You'll get a lot of those highlights throughout the week on PilotPointBearcats.com. Thanks to everybody, over 160 viewers at any given time tonight in this game, which is quite a bit for us with a audio-only broadcast. We've tried to do our best to paint the best picture we could, and these Bearcats gave us a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. Definitely an electric game for the Bearcats, giving us a lot to talk about.
70 gold balls is the estimate that has been given in less than a minute.
That's impressive.
Producing extraordinaire Chance Kirby. Freed up to do a lot of things since he doesn't have to try to figure out replays tonight.
Wow, way to give the guy a shot there, Ryan.
Ball on the right hash, I formation for the Bearcats, and it's going to be another power run between the middle. We have a chance to take this in the end zone. We are going to take this in the end zone. The Bearcats extend the lead. That's David Pickrell. Man, he can throw the ball. He can run the ball. He can find the end zone. Bright future ahead of David Pickrell. Only a sophomore getting in the end zone in this bi-district playoff round for the Bearcats.
Bearcats closing in on that 47.2 average scoring a game they put up.
Bearcats most likely going to swing the gate here, go up 45-7, 28 unanswered points in the second half, 35 unanswered points in the game. They were up 3-0, went down 7-3, and have done all the scoring since. So really, that's going to be 42 unanswered points from the Bearcats in this one. And with 3:48 left in the fourth quarter, the Bearcats extend their lead 45-7.
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point has served animals in the Pilot Point area for over 30 years. They offer quality, unmatched care for large and small pets, including preventative care, vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point, where pets are family.
And we're back here. Minority, it's nice to see the Bearcats back-to-back years getting a playoff win, continuing to build, take step forwards in this program. And next week is an opportunity to do something we didn't do last year, which last year we got to come in round 1, put a great effort in, win a big playoff game. Week 2 in the playoffs is where the season ended. This team has improved to 9-2. Big dominant win here tonight, and they're going to have a chance to play a good football team next week.
Yeah, like I said in the pregame show, Coach Worrell has these Bearcats headed in the right direction. This freight train is full steam ahead.
I think we're going to go with the Texas-New Mexico Power Player of the game here in a minute when I get the go-ahead. I believe we're going to do that after the next break. That was jump the gun on my part. Anthony Torres has this teed up. And we're going to field it at the 15, have a chance for a west return. Going to try to get it to the hash mark. Now to the center of the field, out across the 30, slung down to the 32. And it looks like we're going to do something we haven't done before this year. We're going to give it to the unit. We talked in the pregame about the offensive lines being so massively undersized. And they've been undersized every week, but not to this extent. These guys on West were big, the biggest guys we've seen all year. Surely they were going to be able to bully the little Bearcats around, and 45-7 is how these guys responded, and that's only possible because we absolutely dominated the trenches on both sides of the ball tonight.
I love us giving some shout-outs to the offensive and defensive line. They had the best performance on the night.
Absolutely. Playoff scores around the area. Pottsboro still in firm control over Maypearl, but Maypearl's put some points on the board. They've got 28 points on the board now, but Whitesboro still up 20, or Pottsboro still up 21. Little screen pass here again from the Trojans. They're going to complete it down the sideline and have some space. Hitting it with speed. He goes out of bounds, pushed out of bounds, cross midfield. Big gain for the West Trojans there on that screen play. Little creativity from them. Only the second time they've ran that. Over with the Whitney Whitesboro score. Whitney's expanded their lead back to 12 points in the fourth quarter over there. Whitesboro trying to do everything they can to fight and scratch and claw back into that one. See if they have enough time to do it. Dub Crane with the quarterback draw up the middle. And it goes for a positive game, but not too many there.
Probably his most successful run on first down for the night, Ryan.
One of his most successful quarterback runs of the night. And I thought they were going to do it again, but they throw the halfback swing pass, and it falls short of the intended target. Going to set up a third and about 4 here for the Trojans. Under 2 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What a dominating night for the Bearcats. 463 yards of offense to 143 from the West Trojans.
Ron, I'd be honest with you. I did not see this kind of output from the Bearcats, and they came to play.
Very much thought a win was possible. I think I saw 2 different publications have us as 6-point dogs, and one had us at 7-point favorites. And neither one of those were really close. Pilot Point came in and has kind of dominated from beginning to end. One lucky break for the West Trojans, which was not the touchdown. They earned the touchdown they got, but they got bailed out earlier in the drive on the roughing the passer. And if it wasn't for that 3rd and 15 roughing the passer, we could be looking at a Bearcats defense shutting out the West Trojans.
You're right there, Ron. Man, I didn't even think about that. That would have been crazy if we came up here and shut down this big offensive line and balanced offense from the West Trojans.
Good completion there from the Trojans. Lane Eft in coverage, gets his arms around the receiver, slings him out about immediately, but it is going to result in a 3rd down conversion, one of the few the West Trojans have converted tonight.
Yeah, it's probably their 2nd or 3rd on the night, I believe.
Tackle was also made out of bounds, so we're getting a clock stoppage at 20 seconds left here. Still confusion from the Bearcats defense. I don't know if they had too many men on the field, but the flag's not thrown. They definitely weren't all aligned, and somebody's running off. I wonder.
Yeah, I think they had 12 men on the field, and the referees were just like, let's just play.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they had 12 men on the field. Yeah, and we're going to get the 2-minute break. The Bearcat defense got to play that last play before the 2-minute break with 12 men, and they made the tackle. So we're going to take one final break here in this bi-district playoff round and come back for the final 2 minutes of this one.
Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point has served animals in the Pilot Point area for over 30 years. They offer quality, unmatched care for large and small pets, including preventative care, vaccination, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital in Pilot Point, where pets are family.
And we are back. I want to point out to everyone, I didn't realize the Bearcat merch store had more than just the Absolutely Bearcat hoodie. I'm a little disappointed to find that out. I thought that was going to be our bread and butter this year. But if you just want normal Bearcat gear to support your Bearcats, you can buy lots of different things there on the link attached in the chat.
Yeah, you only need to buy the hoodie. That's all we need.
Still date available for Nordy. You know what? Maybe you won't get a date, but I'm sure Nordy'd be happy to autograph it for anyone who bought it.
Absolutely, I would do that, Ryan.
Straight drop back, and it's going to be an out route thrown, and it's going to be completed to number 4, Luke Rogers, who has to go down to a knee to bring it in, but he does it successfully, and it's a completed pass for a first down. Or it's not a first down. It's going to move to 3rd down here for the Trojans.
Bearcats having a little confusion of who's playing defense because I seen 2 Bearcats trying to run off to the sideline, one jump back on real quick. Not a little bit of confusion, trying to get some extra players in there just to get some playoff experience.
You know, what they were trying to do is they were trying to even up the play they played with 12. They only played with 10 on that one, so it all evens out. Average is 11 players per play for the Bearcats. Two backs back there with Dub Crane. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to pull it, and he's going to throw it down the seam, and he's going to throw it back to Rogers again, who catches it, and he's inside the 10. That's Luke Rogers catching the ball there, setting up 1st and goal from the 6 with 1:06 left for the West Trojans, trying to get one more ball in the end zone to cap off this 2025 season for them, which will see them going 7-4, finishing 3rd in Districts 5, 3A, and losing in the by-district round to our Pilot Point Bearcats.
Bearcats put a great showing on tonight, but this West Trojan team, they have a lot of great athletes. They are a special team, and I'm sure they have a bright future ahead of them.
They made great improvements from last year's team that I believe went 500 and missed the playoffs. They returned 9 starters on offense and defense, and they had a much improved season this season. And this throw is brought in by Kai Cook, one-handed, ESPN top 10 quality catch out of bounds for the West Trojans. That was a heck of a catch. Out of bounds, though, so all for naught, but that's something he's going to think back to. That was a heck of a play.
Great route, too. That kind of broke one of the Bearcats' ankles there on the comeback side of that.
35 seconds left. Clock is stopped here. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line for the West Trojans. Trips left. That's the wide side of the field. Running back and wide receiver right. It's going to be a straight drop. He's looking. He's trying to find a man. He does a slant. And it's a great play by Lane F. That ball was in the hands of the receiver. Or that might have been Luke Connor. Ball was in the hands of the receiver. And Luke Connor fights through and rakes the ball out as they go to the ground. Incomplete pass in the end zone. And now here we go. The Bearcats trying to bow their necks. And even though this would mean nothing for them, keeping these West Trojans out of the end zone to end the game.
Yeah, Bearcats are not quitting here.
Once again, same formation. Trips to the boundary. This time the running back's on the trip side, which means they might roll out that way. They're not going to roll it that way, but they are going to try to throw that out, timing again, and it is caught, and they're going to give him the end zone. I thought his knee might have been down before he extended the ball. It's only a touchdown because he extended the ball past the goal line. I think if we had a good instant replay review, they might end up saying he was down short of the goal line. But nonetheless, they don't have that here, so it's a West Trojan touchdown with 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter, cutting it from a 45-7 to a 45-13 game.
Ryan, I believe that was number 80, Sam Jinnick, senior wide receiver for the West Trojans. So nice to be able to go out your last game as a senior and get a touchdown.
Spread formation, jet sweep motion right to left. Now it's going to be trips left. That's Kai Cook. They're going to look to throw him the ball. They were trying to run some sort of crossing pick play. They just ended up running into each other. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf. Conversion's no good. 23 seconds left here, and this game is going to end most likely with a 45-13 Bearcat victory over the West Trojans. And now we can look forward officially. Jefferson versus Commerce. May try to find that game. Everybody's such a big fan of NHFS or whatever it is. Maybe we try to find that game tomorrow, see what both these teams look like. We do know Whitesboro played Commerce to a 1-possession game earlier in the year. So they, I think, are going to be heavy favorites in that game against Jefferson. When we know, it'll be Friday night late, maybe. Most likely the news won't break till Saturday morning where that matchup's going to take place between Pilot Point and either one of these teams. Not really worth speculating because we haven't heard anything from the coaches or anything where those games might take place or even what night. Could be a Thursday, could be a Friday. I doubt this time of year it's a Saturday, but it could be.
You never know. Coach Roll did say he does like Thursday night games.
Let's see if West tries anything tricky late in the season here. Final seconds of the season about to trickle away for them. Let's see if they try something tricky or if they're going to kick it deep down the field and let the Bearcats knee it out.
They got a different kicker here. It's not big number 51. It's smaller frame number 14.
He's probably tired of chasing Bearcats around. He doesn't want to go kick this one.
Yeah.
And it is just a low wobbler caught while he fell down. Is that David Pickerel or Caden David?
David Pickerel, it looks like to me, Ryan.
Smart play there. It was a low line drive kick, and he just kind of caught it as he laid to the turf, played it safe. And the Bearcats are going to get to go out and take a knee and get out of here victorious. 2nd year in a row, the Bearcats get a playoff win.
And Coach Worrell is impressive. What he's done for this Bearcat program, Last year was kind of you almost felt lucky to get out of you make it through the first round, upset Mexia. This season, 8-2 headed into this game, and knock off the number 3 seed in District 5 3A, being able to make it to the second round back-to-back years.
I'm not saying nobody saw the Bearcat victory coming. Nobody saw this coming. Mm-hmm. This was picked in some publications as the 3A playoff game of the week. Mm-hmm. People thought this was the matchup that we were going to look at this week and say that's going to produce your best game. And really, it was that a bit in the first half. We talked at halftime about how it was a close game, but it never felt like the Bearcats weren't in control. So it was interesting to see how both teams were going to respond in the second half, and one team responded the way you'd want them to, and the other team just did not answer the bell in the second half. And that was the story of tonight's ball game.
Mm-hmm. Second half ball, went in the Bearcats' favor.
It's been a pleasure to bring you the Bearcats football this season, and we get the pleasure of bringing you at least one more next week. Just like this week, it will be audio only. So I hope we did a good job for you guys tonight, and then you sticking with us, and we're going to have an opportunity to do this again next week. I want to thank Chance Kirby, Roger Marsh for doing all that they do for us and letting us bring this to y'all. Jerry Kirby on stats. Pilot Point School District having us back. This has been a blast this season, and we're just happy we get to do it at least one more time next week, Nordy.
Absolutely. And go Bearcats.
So until then, we'll see you next week. Go Bearcats.